And we are live. You say ow because I said the mics are hot?
Yeah.
God damn it, Sai. Welcome to Tal'Dorei and New Dawn. I am your Dungeon Master, Brian Penaloza. Thank you for joining us on episode 4. Today, we have a very special guest with us. Say hi. You might know him as Smurfhawk. Is it 31?
Yep.
On Twitter? Yes, Smurfhawk31 on Twitter. But his friends know him as Smurfhawk31 on Twitter.
You can just call me Smurf. Just Smurf is fine.
I usually do. Sorry, I'm in a great mood today, so I'm a little weird and funky. One might call me funky fresh, even.
Damn. The PH.
But
I never thought I'd ever do that.
it happened.
It doesn't feel natural.
None of this is natural. Literally, it's all technology. Anyway, real quick before we get started here, I do want to say you might notice that Carrie is still missing. She is still very, very sick, so make sure to, if you could, send her some love on Twitter. She's not really checking it right now, but when she does come back, I know that'll be really nice for her to see. So her Twitter handle is @Shrieky. I'll link it in the chat real quick for you guys. But she is definitely missed, but we're glad that she is getting the rest that she needs to feel better. So with that, let's start our quick introductions. We're going to go ahead and skip Smurf just because he will introduce himself as he's introduced in-game. But Sai, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character and tell us a brief description, like what he looks like and all that fun stuff.
Hello, I'm Sai. I play Alexio Doreres. He is awesome. Currently unconscious. He's a tall, dark, and handsome man. Very built. Yeah. He fights with a spear. It's awesome.
All right. Maddie, why don't you go ahead and give us a quick introduction there.
Hey everyone, I'm Garen. I play a Hobgoblin War Wizard. With the red skin and the pointy ears. And the serious case of resting bitch face. As all hobgoblins do.
This is true. Alrighty. Riley, why don't you go ahead and give us a brief introduction of your character?
So my character is Sylvia Estrella, and she is an Air Genasi Celestial Warlock. She is very close to being unconscious, but so far so good. She's got blue skin, yellow eyes, white hair, very like warlocky, spooky looking.
All right. Dana, why don't you go ahead and give us a brief introduction of your character?
Hey guys, I'm Dana. I will be playing Raina St. Clair. She is a Wood Elf rogue, currently waterlogged, and she has like the short, dark, wavy hair, olive skin, freckles, like light brown eyes, and scars, and the most notable ones on her face right here, and she really doesn't like being wet.
All right, so with that,
She's probably really unhappy right now.
Well, we'll get to that as to why that is, why that pertains. Quick overview of our last session. As you guys were heading back to the Nightingale Inn with your captive, Sanguine decided to do as Sanguine does and wandered off. And you guys kind of lost track of her. She's a very small halfling, and you guys were more concerned with the prisoner at the time, and she just wandered off. You guys did question the prisoner a little bit, and you guys came to a good arrangement where he was going to send his little spies out and try to get information on who had killed Shandal, and in return he was going to give you that information to help track down the would-be assassin, or the assassin. However, Raina noticed a blowgun in his pocket that Raina placed in his pocket and convinced Alexio that it was there the whole time. And in doing so, they managed to get the guards to frisk him, find the weapon, and arrest him as the assassin. And after a night's worth of interrogations, as the party went to the council to gather their reward and to kind of ask some more questions about the elemental rifts, they found that they did find some overwhelming evidence that he was in fact the assassin. as far as anybody knows. From there, the party decided they wanted to jump into an elemental rift that had opened up, and were given 2 health potions apiece to aid them on their quest as kind of a payment, a prepayment for doing this task for the council. And then set out to the city just to make sure they could pick up any provisions or anything they might need, where they met the old shopkeeper named Jerry, who provided them with some goods and services before our party jumped into the elemental rift. What they found in that elemental rift was that, unlike most rifts, which are of a particular element, fire, earth, water, air, this rift seemed to have all of them intertwined in strange ways. And they were immediately set upon by a bunch of different types of elemental methods, which they dispatched mostly with ease. Upon seeing a large mountain in the distance with a lava flow, ice mountain in the distance with a lava flow, our party went to go investigate, where they eventually stumbled upon a wormling unlike any they had ever seen before. Whereas, again, a wormling will typically be of some sort of element or some one particular color. This one seemed to embody the 4 elements of this particular rift. As they started backing their way back out, another one appeared. Sylvia decided that it was a good idea to float her way up, bringing her eye level with the wormling, who decided to take her as a prize.
Oops.
As the party went to rescue her, a fight broke out in a large cavern where Alexio, thinking quick, dropped a gigantic icicle on the wormling, almost killing it, but also releasing a lava flow or lava vein that was running through the ceiling of the cavern. After a quick run and escape with an unconscious Alexio, the party did manage to escape and jump right back out the elemental rift, which appeared to still be open. However, where they had entered in a forest, they exited in the middle of the Osmith Sea. And that is where we pick up. When you guys had left earlier that day, it was morning. It was actually about afternoon by the time you had gotten there. Light was high in the sky. The sun was high in the sky. However, you notice now it is twilight. There is no visibility whatsoever. As far as you can tell, there's no land anywhere. Everybody go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Okay.
Alexia with disadvantage because it is... Oh, no, sorry, Alexia, you're unconscious.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I got a 15.
15?
16.
18.
18. Okay, you can't see any landmass or anything like that. But you are able to see far enough to know that you are just in open water at this point. Does anybody want to try to awaken Alexia or anything like that? You have him stabilized at this point, but is there anything you'd like to try? At this point, right now, you're just treading water.
Yeah, I'll kind of, since I was the one carrying him.
Yeah.
I'll try, slap in his face, see if I can get him to wake up.
Okay, I'll say go ahead and roll it as a straight strength check.
Okay. Ooh, I get a +1. Oh, 18.
18. Okay, so you smack Alexio right in the face, and Alexio, the jolt does wake you up, and you are just being held aloft in the water by Garen. The last thing you remember was poison breath overtaking you. And then all of a sudden you're in the middle of the ocean. You are very confused.
I kind of panic a little bit. How did we get here?
Yeah, we jumped through the rift.
What happened? Is everyone alive?
Yeah.
Where's the little one?
She's still not with us.
Huh. Oh, good thing I can swim.
Good, because you're heavy.
I just want to say Sylvia can swim. She's just not a strong swimmer. So she's like, just kind of panicking. Okay, now what?
Well, what the fuck do we do now?
kind of hard to cast spells like this.
Can I use my Eldritch Sight to see if there's anything around us that I normally wouldn't be able to see?
Oh, I don't have any spells
What?
left.
What is your? I'm sorry. What does your Eldritch Sight do again?
Detect magic.
It's detect magic.
Yeah.
And what's the range on that?
I think it's under class features, Eldritch. Blah, 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 blah.
It's usually
I think it's just 30 feet.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
I'm
Okay.
just guessing.
Yeah. There's nothing magical around you. Again, you're just kind of floating. You can't really see any landmass. At this point, I do need everybody go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, balls.
As you guys just had a long trip, a long run away from lava, and you're pretty fucking tired as you're just kind of sitting
10.
there doing your best. 10? Okay.
I got
I got
18.
18?
14.
14?
Is it
20.
night?
It is night.
No.
Yes. You're not
There
sure
goes.
how late, but it is nighttime. There's no sun whatsoever. It's not like dusk or anything. It's pure night.
Are there stars?
There are stars, yes.
Can I roll a survival check to see if I kind of know which direction we are facing or heading based on the stars?
I would say at best you could roll to see if you know what ocean you might be in based on the stars. But past that, it's going to be too difficult because you're floating, so you're not really facing one particular direction. You're kind of not spinning in the water necessarily, but you keep losing your bearings. But I would say you could use the constellations to try to determine what ocean you might be in.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fill myself up with air and hold my breath and just float because I'm tired.
Okay.
Wow.
And as far as your constitution checks, you guys are managing to keep your heads above water. It is very tiring work, though.
So I got a
I'm
4
floating now.
on my survival.
A 4?
Yeah.
As you look up at the stars, you realize, wow, I've never really taken the time to appreciate how beautiful these stars really are. They shine so brightly, just like me.
Yeah.
Can I roll a survival check to see if I can tell which way the waves are moving? To see if maybe a sense if we're like somewhat near islands that we just can't see it or something? To try to feel the flow of the ocean?
Yeah, okay. I'll say go ahead.
Fucking smart.
16 plus 2 is 18.
18? It's really hard to say. The waves, they don't seem to be any kind of like breaking pattern or anything like that, like you would feel if you were near any kind of landmass. You are pretty confident you're just in open water at this point.
Tight.
Ooh, okay, so I got an idea, guys. You guys, I got an idea. And then I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast up into the air.
Okay. Go ahead, let's do this. Roll an attack.
Okay.
So a d20 plus your attack modifier.
That's a 22.
22. Okay. Hold tight.
I'm
Let's
still
take
holding
it-
my breath, so I'm just floating on the water, and I'm just going,
Okay. We are gonna actually go over to Smurf real quick. Smurf,
All right.
why don't you go ahead and introduce your character real quick as you are out in the
Alright.
ocean.
So I am playing Kalashaw, who is a rogue swashbuckler. He's about 6'2", pretty well built. He's got dark brown hair that comes down to his shoulders, a freshly shaven face, pretty much the opposite of me. And then he's covered in tattoos down his arms. Anyone who gets a good look at him notices a lot of nautical themed tattoos, so anchors, boats, waves, that type of thing.
All right. So, Kalashak, why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
All right, I already rolled because I felt it coming, and I got a 15.
15. Okay. You think that somewhere to the east, or sorry, to the west, you think you might have seen a flash of light. It's hard to say, but it didn't seem like a star. It didn't seem like a falling star or anything like that. It almost felt like just a quick, like, and that was it.
Jasmine, what was that? Did you see it?
Ugh. You're gonna wake me in the middle of the night for what? See what?
There was a flash of light off in the distance.
Oh, that's strange. There's no landmass for days. I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Albie, turn the ship around. Let's go towards it.
All right, I'll turn the ship around. What bearing?
Head towards the west.
All right, full sail west. And you feel the ship lurch as the wheel turns and heads towards the west.
Everybody get ready for action. We don't know what we're going into.
And you just hear weapons being strapped on and movement all around the ship as your crew starts to get ready for whatever might be coming. From there, we're going to move back to you four, who are still treading water, so go ahead and roll me another Constitution check. At this point, it's been about an hour since you've been in this ocean.
Okay, that's a 13.
13?
Same. 13.
Same?
4.
Oh, ooh, 4.
Oh no, 23.
Okay, the Sylvia, Garen, and Alexio, you guys are barely managing to hold above water, but you see Reyna start to tire, and you can see her muscles start to give as she slips under the water.
I'm gonna.
Can I go for her?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, both of you go ahead and roll me athletics checks to see how quickly you can swim to get to her.
That is a dirty 20.
All right.
21.
21. Okay, so the two of you just immediately dive down, and using as much energy as you have left, you both manage to reach Reyna at the same time and each grab an arm and drag her back up to the surface. Reyna, you are just sputtering up water. You're not quite incapacitated, but you're not doing well.
So
Oh god.
Sylvia's realizing that we can't tread forever, so she's gonna panic and she's gonna cast light on her boomerang and throw her boomerang as high up as she can, that you can from being in water.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack with disadvantage, because this is going to be slightly different than just poof with an Eldritch Blast.
Right. With disadvantage?
Mm-hmm, because you're in the middle of the ocean.
I
And you're
don't
throwing a
need
boomerang.
to roll again.
What was it? Nat 1?
Maybe.
Okay. So,
This is gonna knock me out. Okay.
you don't know.
Okay, tell me the damage.
You don't know that there's even damage.
Okay.
Let me tell you what happens. Okay, so you go to throw the boomerang and you just are just out of steam, and it just drops limply from your hand, and you just watch the boomerang just float down
No, I need that.
to the bottom of the ocean.
Can I fire off a firebolt into this guy?
Okay, let me remove the boomerang from my equipment real quick.
Yeah. And yes, you can, Garen. Go ahead and roll me an attack. Because it's a spell, I'm going to say it's just a regular roll.
Okay. That's a 19.
19. Okay. With that, back to Kalishaw. Kalishaw, you guys have been traveling west for about an hour now. Go ahead and roll me another perception check.
All right, that is going to be a 22.
22. Okay, this time you definitely see something glowing in the distance. It's still pretty far away from you, but there's definitely something trying to signal. This light was slightly different, whereas the first one was more of like an eldritch energy. This one is much more, I mean, it looks like a comet almost, but instead of going up to down, it's going into the air, like some kind of flare, essentially.
You see it that time, Desmond?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, that's weird.
There's definitely something out there. Maybe it's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully. Can't spend another day out here in the dark. Really miss my wife, you know?
Nah, I don't get too attached. But I understand how you might. She's a lovely woman.
Yeah, she really is, yeah. You really need to come by for a pot roast sometime.
Sometime. But I'm not at the pub.
All right, yeah. So, so back to the four of you. So we'll say at this point you guys have been floating for about another hour. Go ahead and give me Constitution saving throws, Reyna with disadvantage because you already are like out of strength and energy.
Okay, that is a 13.
13.
Roll double sevens. Damn it, Bax and Bex.
18.
18.
I got a 13.
Okay. Again, just Reyna begins to slip. Go ahead, Garen and Alexia, since you were next to her, go ahead and make dexterity checks.
Okay. Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
24.
24. Okay, so as Reyna begins to just lose energy, Reyna, you are going to take a point of exhaustion at this point. But the two of you manage to just keep holding her up while holding yourselves up. It's getting tougher to stay afloat, though.
I have an idea. I don't need to breathe. Air is just kind of weird thing. So what if I just swim underneath Reyna and like just help her kick? I'll kick for you. And I dive under and I'll hold her legs up and I'll just kick. Keep her up.
What do you mean you
help her
don't
up.
need to breathe?
I'm already underwater.
Nope. And there she
Does
goes.
it help?
Reyna, you feel all of a sudden hands on your legs just going like this. And
Nope.
Wait,
just...
no, I'm kicking too. Like I'm not just moving.
Oh, you made it. Sorry. Okay, you made it sound like you were gonna like kick
Going
for
down
her.
to hold her and then
Okay.
like,
I'm gonna be her
you know,
leg
like,
because
yeah.
I don't need to breathe.
Okay, so you feel Sylvia just grasp you around the legs, and it's you're only kind of like halfway paying attention to what she was saying because you're so out of it. But you're like, okay, well that is weird. But we'll say for now, Reyna's kind of stable in the area. I need Lexio and Garen, since you guys are both still doing pretty okay and you're above water. Go ahead and roll me perception checks with disadvantage.
okay.
We survived this. Nobody says anything about this.
5.
5.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can hardly see.
I didn't hear that.
21.
21. Okay, wow. With a 21, you notice off in the distance a displacement in the waves. Even in the dark, because there's such a star-filled sky, you kind of notice there's like a shape that's blocking out some of the stars.
Huh. Something large is coming this. It's blocking out stars. Either we're going to die or this is our way out. Do you have another one of those fire things you launched in the sky?
Yeah, and I'll fire off another firebolt.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me that attack, please.
That is a 15.
15. Okay, sure enough. Another flare. And Kalashaw, this one is much closer. You don't even need to roll perception. This one, you're getting close. You can tell you're heading in the right direction for something.
Get the crew ready. We don't know what we're going into. There could be anything.
What are we getting ready for exactly? Fighting or rescuing?
Whatever it is, it involves fire, which is never good on a boat.
Okay, yeah, we'll start stocking up on pails of water. And the crew starts basically just dropping ropes with buckets attached over the edge and pulling up just buckets of water just in case fire breaks out on the ship. Okay, so about another hour passes before the boat starts coming into view.
We're gonna die.
Alexio, Garen, Sylvia, and Reyna, go ahead and roll me Constitution saving throws. Alexio and Garen, do it with disadvantage because at this point you're basically holding Reyna up. Sylvia with disadvantage as well because you're underneath her trying to hold yourself and her up.
Everybody at disadvantage, y'all.
Yeah.
I got a natural 20 and then I got an 8. Hold on, but my modifier is I got 12.
Constitution, so I also got a 12.
Okay.
So I did a thing, and it's called a nat one.
7.
No.
Oh,
Again.
You got. Sorry, you got what, 7?
Again.
Okay. Who got a 12? I'm sorry.
Oh, I did, and Sai did.
Okay. Garen and Alexio, you guys are doing your best to hold yourselves up, but at this point, your arms are so numb from the cold and the wetness that you just feel Reyna slipping from your grasp. Reyna, instinctually, you're kicking, but your kick is weak, and it's not giving you any traction. Sylvia, you'll take 1 bludgeoning damage from getting just popped right in the nose.
Close to death. I am so close to death.
And it kicks you away from Reyna, and you both start to slip under. However, at this point, Kalasha, your ship does finally pull alongside, and you can see, just in the water, in the darkness of the water, you can see shapes floating, but you only see 2 shapes floating.
There's something in the water. It might be people. Get some rope down there. Get some rope down there.
Is it like right on us now?
It's damn close. But Kalasha is a good captain and is not like gonna run you over with the boat.
Captain.
But you see ropes with lanterns flung over the side along with regular ropes. The lanterns are for light, obviously, so that they can see kind of what's going on. And as they can see you with the light, they begin throwing ropes over the side. There's 2 ropes currently thrown over that don't have anything attached, and they're just floating in the water in front of you.
We have 2 more friends. They went down.
Albie, drop the anchor. Throw more ropes. Scar, get in the water. Help them up.
All right, and there's a bustling around the ship as Albie drops anchor, and I'm sorry, Scar jumps in the water. You just see her just get out of her like armor that would weigh her down, and she just jumps straight in. And she is going to need. Ooh. Okay. Well, she manages to see Sylvia. Just the dark outline of Sylvia from the lantern light. You're still kind of able to keep yourself up. You're just not able to get yourself up more. Sylvia, but your strength is sapped. You just don't have a whole lot of swimming strength. You're almost just kind of like a jellyfish, just kind of floating there at this point. You feel somebody grab the back of your clothing and start dragging you towards the ship. And she's going to... Yeah. She manages to tie a rope around your waist before heading back down to see if she could find Reyna. Okay, and this time she does manage to swim a little bit deeper. And Reyna, you at this point are not drowning, but I mean you're basically waterlogged. You're unconscious. And she does find you, and you two get dragged up to the top. Garen, Alexio, there are ropes in the water. Are you guys trying to get yourselves out, or?
Yeah.
I was going to get to a rope, but make sure that the girls got saved.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you see Sylvia tied up, and you do notice that whoever jumped in the water hasn't returned yet with Reyna. But after a couple minutes, you see her break the surface with Reyna, and Reyna's head's just slumped over.
Thank goodness.
And you just hear, "Quick! We have to get her to a rope. We have to get her out of the water now."
Okay, I'll swim over, grab one of the ropes, and try to help get her to the rope faster.
Okay.
I'm just hanging, right?
You're just tied to a rope. The rest of the crew begins to yank you up, but you have like no energy. So Sylvia, go ahead and take a point of exhaustion.
Where do I mark that on Beyond?
I'm not sure on Beyond, but just keep note. It basically is
I'll
just
just write it
disadvantage on
down.
ability checks at this point.
It's under HP, like with the
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
when
Okay.
you change it and stuff.
Oh, select
Okay.
a condition to add. There we go. Exhaustion.
So Garen, you manage to get the rope over to Reyna as Scar is pulling her closer and get the rope tied around her, and you see the crew just begins yanking her up. And as more rope is thrown into the water for you and Alexio.
Okay, then I'll grab onto one of the ropes and, with whatever strength I have, I'll try climbing it.
Well, as you grab the rope,
Uh-huh.
you just hear a voice yell at you to hold on, and
Okay,
they begin
okay.
to just
Sounds
pull you up. So like, I assume like you just like wrap it around your wrist to kind of give yourself that extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same for you as well, Alexio?
Yeah.
Okay. After a few minutes, you guys are all dragged onto the ship. Let's see, Scar. Oh, wow, that's good. Yeah, Scar begins doing CPR on Reyna immediately. And Reyna, you wake up just sputtering up water.
Oh my god.
Good job, Scar.
Yeah, that was not an easy one. Not by any stretch.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Are there
We've
any
been
more
out
of you
here
in the
for
water?
Hours. This is all a party.
Good. Good. Well, welcome aboard. I'm glad that everybody's safe.
Thank you for the rescue.
Sylvia's just laying there. No, she's not gonna say anything.
Can we get you anything?
As of right now, I believe we all just need to rest. Did you have a specific heading you were going to?
No, we just kind of wander at times.
How... can you tell us where we are?
Hey, Desmond, where are we?
Still in the Osmit Sea.
In the
That's where we're at.
Sea?
How far away are we from Emon?
Kalisha, you would know that you are about 3 days travel to Amon.
Not far. Just a quick 3 days.
Wow, okay. That is crazy.
By all means, we would have died without you.
Yes.
Some would say that you might owe me a favor then.
Yes.
Yes.
Sylvia clutches her money.
Can I sleep first?
Yes. Why don't you all rest and we can talk once you're feeling a bit less waterlogged.
Thank you. Again, I cannot thank you enough.
Hey, Alexio, if you want to help Sylvia, I'll help Reyna, and we'll get them to somewhere to rest.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay.
Thank you again for your hospitality.
There are some bunks below deck that you can have.
I am Alexio Deleres,
Captain Kalisha.
Captain Kalishaw. Thank you.
You're welcome.
As you guys are talking, Scar kind of motions for your attention, Kalisha. Should we wrangle them up some dry clothing? They look a bit waterlogged.
You know, that would probably be the decent thing to do.
Okay, I'll get the crew on it, and we'll get bedding set up for them. And we'll make sure that
Excellent.
they're comfortable. And Scarlet goes off to go grab you guys some dry clothing to let your own actual armor and clothing dry out some. Okay, so are you guys going to go to the crew quarters to go find a place to sleep for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to, help Sylvia and Reyna because they're just out of it. Get them situated, and then definitely rest.
Okay. Yeah, so you get them. One of the crewmates or shipmates shows you to where the crew quarters are, and as you guys get there, Scar arrives about 10 minutes later with some dry clothing for you guys. It's not fabulous. It's a couple of cots. They set up 4 cots for you guys, but it's a place to sleep with a dry blanket. And you've had worse accommodations. But this feels pretty damn good after being in the ocean for most of the night. But you guys are all pretty damn exhausted at this point.
Yeah. And we had taken quite a beating,
Yeah.
before we got into the ocean, so...
Yeah.
Before I go to bed, I want to ask to Ga. I want to be like, do you think we should tell them everything?
I don't know. I think we need to see if we can get back to Yaman.
I do
At
believe
least-
we owe them a favor, at least.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, as long as it's I don't really care if it's good or bad, but just they definitely prove that they're honorable, in the sense that we should at least return the favor if we can.
I agree. Well, I'll see you in the morning.
Indeed, my friend.
Okay, Reyna, Sylvia, are you guys calling it a night here as well?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and I only have to sleep for 4 hours because of the trance.
Mhm.
Whenever I wake back up, I'm just gonna lay like I'm still sleeping, but I'm keeping an eye out on them just in case anyone tries to mess with our stuff or anything, since we're not wearing our stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Sylvia fell asleep clutching her coin purse,
Okay.
dreading that favor.
Oh god, it's Tsunade 2.0.
Oh no, no.
Okay, Kalisha, what are you doing for the rest of the night? Are you going to be packing it in soon, or what do you have planned?
So I'll give us orders to get us headed back to Emon. We'll raise the anchor. We'll set sail again, and then probably call it a night.
Okay. So as the crew busies themselves raising the anchor and pointing the ship back in the right direction, heading eastward to get back to Emon, you head back into your captain's quarters, and you see actually Scar there, sitting there waiting for you. Captain,
Yes.
what do you make of them?
Well, some of them were decent swimmers.
Some of them weren't very decent at all.
Yes. It's hard to gauge random people you find in the ocean.
Well,
I was hoping to speak to them in the morning, but they seemed pretty exhausted.
yes, I think it's a good idea to speak with them. You know, make sure that we shouldn't have left them in the ocean.
Indeed. But you know, when somebody needs help and you have the means to help them, you should. Or at least you should attempt to make it profitable for yourself.
Now you're speaking my language. Alright, well, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that the crew finishes up and, get the watch up so we can get some sleep for the morning.
Sounds like a wonderful plan.
And she kind of just gives you a respectful kind of head bow as she heads out. And with that, you guys call it a night. So, Sylvia and Reyna, go ahead and remove a point of exhaustion.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
For clarification, they're clearly not pirates, right? Or are they pirates?
It's not clear at all.
Okay.
Honestly,
We will
when I was thinking about earlier today, Robert playing and everything, I had this weird feeling he was going to be a pirate for some reason. and I literally tried looking to see if there was a GIF for a pirate Smurf. So anyway, I don't know.
So none of you decided to do any insight checks or real perception checks or anything from your time on the boat before you went to sleep. So you guys were just so grateful to get out of the water. It didn't really matter at the time.
At the time, yeah.
So,
I mean, that's why I wanted to stay up after I got back up.
yeah, and it's uneventful. You guys are left to your own devices. You're left alone. Eventually, dawn does break on the boat, and everybody feels the warm sun hit through the windows. And it's a very beautiful day out there on the ocean.
So long rest.
Yeah, it was a long rest.
Dope.
Sweet.
Oh, thank goodness.
Bell's back.
So what do you all do?
I'm gonna stretch and then go up top.
Okay. As you make your way to the upper deck of the ship, you see a bunch of crew just scurrying around, hoisting ropes, kind of adjusting the sails, cleaning up the deck. Just a lot of tedious manual labor that needs to be done on a ship to keep it running.
I want to just look over at Sylvia and Reyna. Just, how are you guys feeling? Did the sleep do you well?
Better.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I feel much better.
Good. I'm not.
They didn't mess
sure.
with us, so we think we're good for now.
Yeah.
But I lost my boomerang.
Well,
We'll
have
get you
to
a new one.
We'll have to get you another one.
One that can float.
Or buoyant.
Yeah. But yeah, we should probably go up and see what we're dealing with here.
Okay. So do you guys all make your way up to the upper deck?
Yeah.
Okay. So the three of you kind of make your way up, and you see Alexio just kind of looking around, getting a feel for the ship. Kalasha, have you risen at this point?
Yeah, I'd be awake.
Okay. So you see the four of them kind of like looking around the deck, just kind of examining their surroundings. You can see it through like the port window on your door.
I will stand up and I will exit my chambers and I'll head out to the deck towards them.
Okay. The four of you hear a door opening, and as you look behind you, you see Kalasha strolling out of his quarters.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Did the four of you sleep well?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, we did.
probably the
Thank
best
you.
I've slept in a while.
Excellent. Happy to hear it. Happy to hear it.
The ocean is like a gentle rocking, as if I was a baby again.
Well, that's certainly a unique point of view, but I can see it. I can see it. So, do we have a few moments to speak business?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
of course.
I'm broke.
Roll deception.
Shit.
Kalasha, go ahead and roll insight.
The first thing out of your mouth at all on this
Oh,
ship
this
is
is not
"I'm
good.
broke."
9.
I got a 10.
You can tell Sylvia is not broke. She's full of it.
The coin purse you're clutching says otherwise.
What? And I tuck it behind.
Alexio kind of chuckles and goes, "I like this man," and walks into his office. I guess is that where we're talking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll let the ladies go first, and I'll follow.
As will I.
How tall is Raina?
5'6".
Okay, good. You're taller than me. I'm gonna hide behind Raina.
Go with that.
Okay, so you make your way into Kalasha's private quarters, and it's nice. Kalasha does pretty well for himself. There's a lot of just it's very nautical in there. You know, he's got like a big like lifesaver kind of looking thing. There is I can't think of what it's called, but it's that thing you use to chart the stars, essentially.
It was on the tip of my tongue just now, and I yawned and I forgot it.
Oh, you're talking about... Yeah, I know what you're... Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We all know what you're talking about.
but nobody knows what that thing is called because it's a dumb word and everybody hates it. There.
Sextant.
What's that?
Sextant.
Yep, sextant. That's it. Perfect.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you. Anyway, there's a really nice old sextant on the table with like charts and like star charts and maps and stuff like that. You can't really make out what's on them, but just a lot of like scrolls and things like that on the desk. So yeah, you guys are in there.
I will walk behind the desk, sit in a chair, and I will throw my feet up on the table.
You just hear thump thump. Kalasha just gets comfortable.
So, what brought you to the middle of the ocean?
Portal.
Weird magic shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We came through an elemental rift.
I see.
I was unconscious for most of it.
You're lucky to be alive then.
Yes.
Unconsciousness and water do not mix. I would know.
I'm lucky to have good friends.
I don't have to breathe. Sylvia's just really nervous, so she's just saying stupid shit.
I'm broke. I don't have to breathe.
Yeah, this is very quotable stuff. This is going to be good fun for later on Twitter.
But yeah, I mean, we were sent on a mission to go through one of the elemental rifts, and last thing I know, we were fighting a rather large creature, and voila, I woke up in the middle of the ocean.
Well, we jumped through what looked like it was still the same open rift, and we ended up in the ocean.
You know what?
Where
No
did you
one checked
expect
it was
to
the
end up?
same.
Back to where we started, about half a day's journey outside of Emon. We had
Interesting.
no idea. You know, it's no one really does. So that's kind of what our goal was, to investigate.
I see. And how was your investigation? Was it fruitful?
It was interesting.
Sort of.
I learned nothing.
I'll reiterate the weird magic shit.
Oh, I see.
Have you ever seen a place where all of the elements are as one, and it's kind of just like a random explosion or a hiccup?
No. That sounds like a terrible nightmare, to be honest.
That's where we were.
Why would you go to such a place? There's no gold there.
We didn't know. For all we know, it could have been made out of solid gold.
Well, then maybe we should go there.
No, it's
No.
definitely not made out of that.
I see.
But we didn't know. We had to find out.
My mind
Plus,
wanders.
it's all about actually finding one of these rifts that are like at least stable for a moment, where mages can keep it open. You know, it's these things pop up here and there. I've traveled across the continent from Zarn to Emon, and I've seen these things randomly occur.
Kalashog,
Interesting.
go ahead and roll me an intelligence check, if you could.
Uh-oh. 7.
7.
Fits in.
Don't worry about it. Carry on.
I'm still the smartest, the only smart person in the group.
Well,
Yeah.
Dumpstat intelligence right here.
Mine's not my jump stat.
that sounds dangerous, all of it. Which I like. I like danger. I almost changed my middle name to Danger.
Did we just become best friends? I've always wanted to make my middle name Danger.
Well, I thought of it first. It is my intellectual property. If you would like to buy it from me, you certainly can.
What is the cost?
5 gold.
When we get back to Amon, we'll negotiate.
Very well. But we negotiate where I choose.
It's fine by me.
So, do you all live in Amon? I cannot say that I have seen you.
I do
I
not.
am.
Interesting. So just a bunch of wanderers looking for magical weird shit.
Well, I'm kind of trying to be a hero, like an adventurer. Stories.
Why?
Sylvia looks at Raina like really upset. Like, what do I do?
I just
Why?
give her a pat on the head. I'm like, it's okay. You can be what you want to be. I believe in you.
There's no coin in adventuring. There's only death and sorrow and sadness.
Where would you say the
Oh.
real coin lies?
Smuggling, stealing,
Hmm.
capture.
That sounds
What
very.
what was the
bad.
last one?
Capture
Oh.
people.
Oh, like us.
No, you are free to go. If you want to jump overboard back into the ocean, by all means.
No, I'm not a very
How
good
long would
swimmer.
it take to float from here to land?
Probably more than 3 days.
It depends on which land you're trying to get to. Are you trying to float to Amon?
Yes.
Probably never. The current goes the other direction.
And seriously, like I like literally in character, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, is this really the conversation we're having?
I would turn to Raina and be like, I don't want to be here anymore.
So, what is it that I can do besides get you to Amon? How can I help?
Well, I think the real question is, what do you want from us?
Well, you seem to be quite poor, so currency is probably not on the table. If we are going to negotiate over 5 gold for intellectual property rights.
We are definitely not rich. No.
Do you have any political connections of any kind?
Not really.
Do you have any friends in high places that are maybe not on the up and up?
What do you mean not on the up and up? Like, we need to kill them?
No. People of, let's say, negative influence.
No, we're all really positive, helpful people. Even Raina helped us capture an assassin once. Yeah.
Oh!
We're upstanding citizens. We don't do this debauchery, crime stuff.
I would walk with your blinders on around the ship then, if I were you. So,
Me, I'm just looking for fun.
excellent. Have you ever sailed before?
Not on the sea.
Where else would you sail?
Yeah, Alexio. Where else would you sail?
Into many ladies' hearts.
Wonderful. We will definitely get a drink at some point.
I love drinking.
Drinking is one of my number 2 hobby.
What's number 1?
Yeah, sailing.
Oh. I think that's a good thing, being as you are captain and we're on a ship.
I have been on the sea since I was but 8 years old. Accidentally stowed away. And now I'm a captain.
You really know how to climb the ladder.
Well, you have to get on the ship somehow.
I'm sorry, I just almost spit ginger ale all over my keyboard.
Constitution saving throw, please.
No, I already passed it. I'm good.
Okay.
In Thieves' Cant,
Okay.
can I say we may not be able to pay you, but you can use us?
Kalashah, do you know Thieves Can't?
The fuck I do? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do. Of course you do. I don't know why I'm even asking that. Yeah.
I'm going to respond in Thieves' Cant with phrasing.
I nod.
Alexio gives him like a wink, like.
You don't know thieves can't.
No, I know. It's funny
Okay,
because it's just it's poor timing.
So, here's the deal. For the next 3 days, you will work aboard the ship. You will help my crew get us back to Emon. Once there, we will discuss the intellectual property that Alexia wishes to acquire from me. And then from there, we will discover the true nature of your business, shall we say.
Fair enough.
True nature of our business.
Oh, was that just them two, or this is out loud?
That was out loud.
Okay.
I think that's pretty fair.
Honestly,
More than fair.
it's definitely more than fair. You saved our lives, and
Don't forget it, ever. Not even once for a second.
I don't think you'll let us.
Captain Kalashah and his wonderful crew saved all of your lives.
What is the name of your ship, my friend?
The Wailing Siren, I'm glad you asked. It's quite a story, but not for now.
I can't wait to hear it. Over a large pint of mead.
So-
Or 6, it's a long story.
what type of work do you need done?
Well, my crew likes to eat. Can any of you cook?
No.
I can tell fortunes.
Let me start over. Do any of you have any useful life skills?
I can lift things. I'm pretty
Excellent. Excellent.
I have an
Pretty
alchemist.
perceptive.
You will be in the crow's nest then.
strong. I also have great balance. Come to think about it, I'm pretty much built to sail.
Excellent. Perhaps there's a spot on the crew for you. That rhymed. Excellent.
I do dabble in alchemy, so maybe I could cook.
No fire. Under no circumstance will you make fire here.
Okay. Won't make any fire.
But if you could make up healing potions, I would take them. Water breathing? Can you do water breathing? You said you can't breathe. Is that how it works?
Yes.
What?
I don't even know what to make you roll for that because I don't know. I don't know if you even understand what you just
I'm capable of
said.
making the water breathing one, but I'm damn sure gonna try and say it works.
Oh,
Okay, we'll revisit that if that's a thing that happens.
oh man.
Well, I am a spell user.
What kind of spells? Were you the... Did you do the
Yes.
thing?
I'm a wizard.
No fire aboard the ship. You'll set fire to it. We'll all drown.
No problem.
I'm very serious about the no fire rule.
Okay.
That makes
Fire.
cooking hard.
I thought you said you couldn't cook.
Well, I said I could try. If I do alchemy, I might be able to cook, maybe. But
Can you cook with alchemy? I wouldn't know. I haven't tried.
Me neither.
Do you
so
know alchemy?
We'll find out.
I do not know. No, alchemy is not for me.
Sailing and drinking and ladies' hearts.
All of those are for me, in moderation.
What is moderation?
It's a concept that I struggle with every day.
You see Kalashaw just like kind of look off into the distance, not at any of you, just eyes glaze over for a minute.
So, are you a wizard? Is that the deal?
Yes.
Excellent. How to put use to a wizard? Can you control the ocean?
No.
What kind of spells can you cast?
Well, I'm a war wizard by trade, but
No fire.
Yes. No fire. I'm not her. I heard you once. I'm good. Okay. And I can identify things for you.
Like rocks? If I point to a rock, would you know it was a rock? Or what kind of identifier are we talking about?
I don't think he's a geologist.
Like magical items or anything that you might have.
Oh, is anything I am wearing magical?
Ooh, I'll activate my Eldritch
I say
Sight.
his whole outfit is.
Yeah, have
Okay.
her do her detect magic, because I took that off my prepared list. 'Cause she can do it.
On his person, not so much, but inside the office, yeah, there are magical items. They're just not being worn currently.
So I'm gonna go super into the fortune teller role and just be like, I sense magical items in this room.
All right, fair enough. What else can you sense about my future?
well, I can sense that you will.
And I pull out my cards and I just start pulling cards.
Cards, wonderful. I'm going to take out 2 silver pieces and just plop them on the table.
And so the first card she pulls, it says here, you enjoy the stars, and in the stars you'll find your path. Intriguing. She pulls out another card. She's getting real nervous.
Oh, interesting. This is the Hanged Man in reverse. It means that you will toy with fates, and you should be careful who is in your company. And that is all. And then she swoops up her cards.
So, the sailor should use the stars to guide his path and be wary of random people aboard his ship.
She's full of shit. She can't read.
Shit.
Don't worry, I won't kick you off my boat. I'm not that kind of man.
Well, it's a difficult read. There's many interpretations to each card, and I'm very disoriented from I've never been on a ship before, so I mean, it could be the opposite.
Just lean the
might
opposite
even
way
be.
of its rocking.
It might even be don't trust the stars, and trust people. That's definitely what it is.
I've trusted the stars for the majority of my life. I'm not going to stop now.
Interesting. Another thing I can do is I can comprehend any language that is written.
Wonderful! Wonderful! If we come across any texts in the ocean, I'll be sure to pull you aside to read them.
So useless.
Honestly, I'm a hardy person. I can do whatever.
Very well. The two gentlemen, you will help the crew. You set the sails, pull the anchor, that type of deal.
Okay, as long as it takes absolutely no skill in sailing, because this is the first time I've ever been in the ocean.
Well, don't fall over.
Do I have to wear a shirt?
I need... I would... No, you don't.
Excellent.
I do just now realize that I've been incredibly rude and have not asked for any of your names.
Oh, I'm Alexio. I introduced myself.
Yes, you did. Last night, Alexio, the shirtless man, pull up on the ropes.
I am Garen.
Garen, the wizard who does not cast fire aboard my ship.
What an excellent title.
It's getting so tempting not to cast fire at this point. But I won't do it.
It's getting tempting to not cast fire.
To not cast.
Double negatives are difficult, I understand.
Oops.
She said not twice. She's probably good at tying them.
My name's Sylvia.
Sylvia, the one who doesn't breathe. It might be
Yes.
affecting how your brain works. You might look into it.
I don't like pirates.
I am not a pirate.
I mean,
I'm
boat
a business
people.
person who sails. Boat people. It sounds like a small life raft with legs. It walks around.
Boat people, boat people.
No!
Wonderful.
I'm crying.
And you are?
Raina St. Clair.
Excellent. So, does everybody have their jobs?
Yes?
Yes.
Aye, Captain.
Well-
Real quick, can Sylvia and Garen roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh no. Oh no.
Sorry, you guys made it very clear it's your first time on a boat.
Yeah, that's a Constitution save. So that's
Oh no.
23.
Oh.
Garen, you're getting used to this whole the rocking and the rolling of the ocean. You feel pretty at ease. Sylvia, what'd you roll?
A 5.
A 5. Sylvia, you puke all over Kalishaw.
I just
It just projectile vomit.
Wow.
Nope.
I've never seen that happen before.
oh my god.
It's just without warning, just completely you're fine 1 second, the next second.
Garen, can you do the thing?
No, I've
Oh,
never been on a boat
yes.
before.
I'll prestidigitation the puke off of the.
Take like 20 minutes to.
Yeah, it takes you about 10 minutes to get it all, but you finally eventually do.
I don't feel so good at all.
Make
Everything's
some alchemy to make it not vomit everywhere.
Maybe we should take her outside.
yeah, I don't feel so good.
Let's just go lay her down for a minute. Let it pass.
Get her out of
Okay.
here! Out of my office! All of you! Get
The
out!
captain's quarters are the steadiest place in the whole ship.
Do you want me to continue to clean you?
That's a weird sentence, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take take Sylvia back downstairs to lay down while this is happening. Be like,
Should I just go
My life's
find?
such a mess. I can't do anything right.
Should I just go find Scar so I can be shown the ropes? I really don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, go find Scar. She's wonderful. She'll help you get acquainted.
Excellent. Rips off shirt, walks out office.
If you leave that shirt in here, I'm keeping it, and you will not get it back.
It's not mine. It's still yours. I'm just gonna give it back anyways.
Yeah, you guys have not changed
Good.
back into your armor, by the way. You are still in the clothing that they had lent you.
I knew that all along.
Good thing.
I'm an honest man. I give back what's not mine.
Okay.
I do not.
Interesting. All right.
Okay, so
Off we
are you
go.
guys going to be changing back into your armor, or what's your plan from here?
Yeah, when I was taking her downstairs to let her lay down, I'm gonna check through our stuff first to make sure all her stuff is still there.
Okay, roll
First
an
thing I do.
investigation.
Are you kidding? I took my backpack with me.
Good
I'm not
roll.
letting my spellbook be out of my presence
Yeah.
at all.
22.
Everything's there.
And now I change back.
I'm gonna change back, and I'm sure there's some vomit on the clothes that was lent me. I'm just gonna fold it so you can't see the vomit,
Okay.
and set it on the bed.
None
Once
of our episodes have dealt with vomit and you. What is happening?
once the
don't
captain
ever
is
know.
clean, I'll go back down and change.
Okay. So you guys kind of get strapped up. Alexio, are you going to just walk around just the pants, or are you going to get your armor?
Just the pants.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so as you guys kind of gear up and kind of meet back up at the top of the ship to start kind of pitching in where you can, you do hear from the top of the crow's nest, "Vessel incoming!"
Vessel incoming.
What does that mean?
There's another ship coming.
Everybody, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna get a new dice out. Okay,
Nice.
18.
17.
14.
much better. Sorry, what am I rolling for again?
Perception.
Thank you. 18.
And Kalishaw?
Natural 20
All right.
or a 24.
Wow.
Okay, so it's kind of tough for the rest of you to make out, but Kalishaw, your trained eye for the ocean, you do notice that there is a vessel further out. It is to the east of you. It is in the direction you are traveling. However, it is traveling in your direction, and it seems to be moving at a fast pace.
Well, what should we do?
I guess prepare for
Battle?
that's one of the things we can prepare for. Yes.
I'm gonna run to the crow's nest because that's where I was going anyway. So
Okay.
Well,
Just gonna start
since we're
looking at
preparing for battle, Alexio's gonna now go put on his armor.
Okay, it does take about 10 minutes to put on armor, just so you know.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay. Reyna, go ahead and roll me athletics check. Athletics or acrobatics, either one.
21.
21? Okay, yeah, you scramble up to the top of the crow's nest where the crewman who'd yelled out that the ship was coming is, and you see very clearly the ship moving at a fast pace. You can tell that you guys have about 5 minutes before it gets there.
What do we do? What do we do?
Do you call that down, by the way, Reyna? Did
Yes.
you call that down? Okay. So yeah, you just hear Reyna yell out that the ship is approaching very fast.
Oh, I can make it light up. Do you need light?
No,
No.
Daytime.
We're in the middle of
It's not fire. I swear, it's not fire.
that's fine. They're coming straight for us, which must mean they want something from us. And really, there's nothing aboard the ship except for you.
Why would they want me?
Why would
Nobody
anyone?
knew we were out here.
Well,
nobody
Why
knows
would they
we're
come
here.
for us? We didn't even know we would be out here.
Did you capture somebody and they want that somebody back?
no.
Oh, then I don't know.
Are you sure that there's no one looking for you?
100%.
Anywhere in the world.
Yes,
Yep.
I think so. I wasn't sure. There might have been a warrant out for me and Emon, but I'm not 100% sure.
As you guys are talking, the boat is about on you guys. Alexio, you still have about 5 minutes of strapping armor on at this point.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I draw my bow, but I'm keeping it low and out of sight.
Weapons ready! Prepare to be boarded. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, and the crew is yanking swords out. You see short bows being drawn, long bows being drawn, crossbows being drawn, all pointed at this ship. And as everyone's pointing, you do see the ship as it just boom right into the side of your ship. I need everybody to make a dexterity save. Alexio with disadvantage because you have your pants around your ankles.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well. Fucking solid. Hey, Brian, guess
Yeah.
what dice I'm using tonight?
What?
My charcoal and red one.
Yeah, did it just roll a nat 20 like mine did?
Fuck yeah, I did.
I got a 16.
16?
19.
19?
Too bad it was at disadvantage, so I got
got
a
it.
dirty 20.
You
I
got
got
an
a
8.
19.
Okay, I'm sorry, you got an 8? Damn. Okay, so everybody managed to stay on their feet except for Sylvia, who...
Just hasn't
Just-
gotten her sea legs quite yet.
No, just legs weak and wobbly, just dried vomit still like in the corner of your lips. You tumble backwards, taking
Oh, crap.
just 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you kind of somersault backwards and slam into the back of the boat. As this happens, the front of the boat that hit you just falls down and clamps onto the front of your ship. And I need everybody to go ahead and
shit.
roll initiative.
Shit.
Oh, no! Oh, God, that went so far. Come back.
It's on fire. It's on fire.
Oh, man.
What?
I get +8 to my initiative, and I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
Oh.
Damn, you have crazy initiative.
It's the War Wizard thing.
Gotcha.
I get to add my intelligence bonus.
Brian, I got a nat 20.
Okay,
18.
hang on one sec.
I missed this music so much.
Okay, these guys have... Okay. Okay, 20 and up. I know Alexia got nat 20. Anybody else 20 and up?
I got a 21.
21? Okay.
That's what it's-
15 through 20.
18.
18. Sylvia, what'd you get?
11.
Oh,
Alright.
I got 11 too.
Okay, roll off. Just straight roll.
Straight roll.
Yeah.
15.
Oh,
Yep.
7.
7? Okay. Okay. So, Alexio, you're down in the crew quarters, and you just feel the entire boat shake, pants still around your ankles as you're pulling them up. You've got about half your armor on, but you haven't gotten the full armor set on. What are you going to do?
Gonna finish putting on my pants.
So, you realize that is going to take about a lot of rounds. 5...
Oh
6,
shit, really?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you were about 5 minutes into it.
Okay.
You can. There's like 10 rounds per minute.
Yeah, so that's like 50 rounds.
So that's 50 rounds.
Fuck that. I'm going pants, no pants.
oh God. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
you do
That
have
sword fight.
Good thing I brought a spear.
Oh.
you do have
done.
undergarments on. You just don't have like
Thank God.
yeah, you have undergarments on.
Oh my god.
So I'm assuming you're gonna take the dash action to move your way through the ship and up to the top.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you just drop your pants, step out. You don't even have your boots on. You're just running with your the top part of your armor and your bare feet. You grab your spear and start running. You get about most of the way up the steps to where the actual like platform of the boat or the deck of the boat is, but you're not quite there. You'll probably be able to make it there on your next turn.
Okay. One last question.
Yes.
What is my AC currently?
So your AC will be... That is a good question. Let me pull that up. So, let's see. What your Dex modifier is 4?
Yeah.
Okay. You are normally at 15. So yeah, you're just at a 14.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're there. That's where you're at. That is going to bring it to Kalasha. Kalasha, you see as this again this platform from the other ship slams down, and you see pirates start to swarm out. At this point, just from your vantage point, you can see about 3 straight ahead. As they're starting to run towards the boat. You're about in the middle of your deck, about 15 feet back from where this drops.
Okay. Are they coming across yet?
Yeah, they're starting to make their way across.
Okay. I would like to move up all the way to them, even if that means going up on the ramp.
Okay.
And then I would like to make an attack.
Okay, so yeah, as they start moving their way across, you go to block and impede their path. It's not a very big one. It's made for like 1 or 2 to be able to move across at a time. And your imposing figure just kind of stands there like, fucking bring it. And sure enough, like one of them just kind of runs right to you. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Excellent. Is there anyone else in between or around 5 feet of the guy I'm attacking?
Yeah, they are clumped kind of
Okay.
behind each other.
Excellent. Okay, so that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Okay, and... okay, a 17 just hits.
Oh, excellent. Maximum damage for 12.
Nice. Is that just the first hit?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, as he's rushing at you, you just boom and kind of meet in the middle, and just as you get there, you slash right across his chest, and you see him clutch the open wound. It definitely hurt him. Are you making a second attack?
Yes.
Okay.
My second attack is also going to hit 17
Yeah.
for 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I would like to use whatever's left of my movement to retreat back.
Okay. So yeah, what's your speed? 30.
30, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're able to get like just off the platform, back off.
Okay.
As you just slash and slice, and you just see blood pouring out of the open chest wounds on this pirate. And that'll be your turn. That does bring it to the rest of them. So the 3 that were coming out do rush out. The one that you attack, Kalasha, is going to rush at you and make 3 attacks.
Oh, damn.
Yep. So the first one's with a dagger. And that is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
16, okay. That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty.
And then it's going to strike with its rapier. I'm guessing an 11 does not hit.
11 does not hit.
But I'm guessing a 22 does.
Yep.
Oh, the lowest damage I could have rolled. So 5 points of piercing damage as he strikes with his dagger and then swats at you with the rapier. You kind of dodge out of the way the first time, but then he twists his arm and just kind of brings around from behind, and you just feel it pierce you right kind of in the side. It hurts a little bit. The second one is going to rush out, and he's going to run towards Garen, and the third one is going to run towards Reyna, but they do not have quite enough to get to you guys, so that is going to be their turns. Brings it to Reyna.
I am in the crow's nest, so I'm just gonna shoot the one that's on Kalasha.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
For a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Oh shit. All the 17s today. Okay.
Yeah.
With sneak attack. That's going to be 10 points of damage.
10 points. All right, so as you draw back the bow, you let fly. Kalasha, you feel the arrow pass right by your head and embed itself right in the eye of this pirate as he drops to the ground dead.
Using my bonus action to hide in the crow's nest.
Okay, go ahead and roll
Duck it
stealth.
down. It is 23.
Okay. So yeah, you just kind of duck down, and the only thing that they see is the other crewman that was up there with you, just kind of looking really confused and kind of scared.
Smacking me, be like, do something!
He's just like, ah! Garen.
Yeah. Okay. So, how close is the one that's coming up towards to me?
He's about 10 feet away from you.
10 feet away from me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a magic missile.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll damage.
Boom. So that is 12 points of damage.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you just hold your hand out, and just small little missiles start intertwining and spinning around the air and just impact the pirate in the chest. Just boom, 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 and you see just scorched flesh where the missiles hit. Was there anything else you could do?
No.
Okay, are you gonna move at all, or are you just gonna stay put?
No, I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. So Sylvia, you are currently kind of on your ass against the wall of the ship. So the closest one to you is about 30 feet away.
Okay.
So
So I'm on the opposite side that the ramp is on
yes,
because I fell.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna get up and move to the side to where I can get like an angle, like I could Eldritch Blast the people that are. Oh, I should probably hit the people that are already on the ship.
It's up to you. More are coming
Okay.
out through the opening, but they just haven't
Okay.
made their way yet.
So I'm gonna move like kind of as far away as I can, where maybe there's like some cover, like stairway, or like if there's like a cabin that I'm close to, where
Yeah, if you move,
I'm imagining.
if you move to the right, you can get like behind the captain's quarters area, because it's not
Okay.
like the whole back of the ship is the captain's quarters. It's like a room almost towards the back with like the helm of the ship behind it and elevated, so
Okay.
you can kind of get behind that area from where you're at. But you only have
Okay.
15 feet of movement, so you can move in that direction, but it's gonna take you probably till your next turn to get there. But you can start heading in that direction.
Okay, so before I move, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the guy that's closest to me, which you said was 30 feet.
Yeah.
So Eldritch Blast with Agonizing. Oh, that's an 8.
An 8. So as you fire, your Eldritch Blast just goes straight into the sky. As you're completely off balance, you're on the ocean, you're not used to any of this, you're still feeling really sick, and then you start to just kind of stumble your way towards cover.
Okay, how close is Kalashaw to me?
To you, he is about 40 feet, because he's further
Okay.
past the one who kind of was kind of at this point still next to him, but running past him.
Okay, so I'm gonna use one of my healing light pools to heal him
Okay.
for 4 points of healing.
Okay.
And then move my 15 feet like away towards that cover.
Okay. As that's happening, the crew is going to take their turn. I'm just kind of lumping them all together and just kind of see how they roll against. Wow, crew rolls a nat 20. So, Reyna, at your prodding, the guy in the crow's nest starts firing down with a crossbow into the opposing ship. As other arrows start getting loose, you see pirates just dropping off the side of the opposing ship, thinning their ranks a little bit. That will be the crew's turn. That brings it back to
our crew.
yeah, your crew, your crew.
Oh, yeah, I thought you meant the other guys.
You
I'm
meant
like,
the other crew.
No,
I was
sorry.
like,
My crew.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
crew.
yeah. The crew of the ship you're on, who were readying their weapons, I rolled a nat 20 on their check to see how many they would take out, and they did some damage there.
Dope.
Alexio, you are almost up the stairway. I would say about another 15 feet you'll be up, and then you can move 15 feet in the direction of the pirates at that point, which would bring you next to Garen. So close to one of them, but not quite at them.
Like
you
10 feet away? Though?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You would be within 10 feet because Garen was, so your spear would work.
Okay, so yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm literally paying no never mind to me not wearing pants, and I'm going to action attack this guy.
Okay.
And if they both hit, I want to add some flair.
Okay.
If that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Oh baby, natural 20 and that's a 15.
Natural 20 does hit.
Okay, so the 15 does not.
Correct.
All right, I'm just gonna stab him with the pointy end of the spear then.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that damage though.
Fuck yeah. That is max. What is 8 plus 28 points of damage.
Now, did you want? I forgot to ask. Did you want to double the damage, or did you want to do an incapacitation?
I'm just gonna double the damage on
Okay.
this guy. He doesn't look important, right? He just looks like a lackey.
He does look like a lackey, but I mean, they all look pretty tough. How many? So how much damage was that then?
28 points of damage.
28. Okay. Yeah, actually, that is going to finish him off with the double damage. So, yeah. So as he's standing there, you just thrust the spear out, and you just catch him right through the Adam's apple. And as you pull the spear back out, you see blood just squirt all over the deck.
I want to kind of like flick it off the end of my spear.
Yeah, you do. You just kind of just flick it, and the blood just splashes across the deck.
Hells yeah.
Which is going to bring it back to Kalishaw.
All right. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to move up to a guy, attack, and then move back.
Okay. So there is the guy who was about to try to run right past you. So technically, he's right next to you.
That's perfect. Is there anyone else within 5 feet of us?
Within 5 feet, no.
Excellent.
Push him off the plank.
The first attack is going to be a 17.
17 just hits.
And the second attack is going to be a 21.
Yeah, both those hit.
So the first attack is going to be 16. And the second attack is going to be 17.
Damn. How do you want to finish that guy off? Because you just killed him in 2 hits.
I am going to lunge once with the rapier, hit him like on his side, and as I pull up, I'm going to flourish and backhand stab him through the back of the neck.
Okay, yeah. So you slash at him with the rapier, and then you do this awesome flourish where your like hands just almost become almost like a magician would do, like almost like a caster, but with a dagger in your hand, and you just flick it right across the back of his neck, and just totally demolish this guy. Was there any movement or anything you'd like to make?
Yes.
I will not end up moving. I will stay where I am.
Okay. So as you do, 4 more of these swashbucklers start working their way across the plank. The first 2 are going to come up on you, Kalishaw, because you're still the closest one.
Alrighty.
So, and gonna go ahead and make his attacks on you.
The brave captain never moves.
Dagger is a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
And, ooh, that one's max damage this time. So that is going to be 8 points of piercing damage as you're still facing away from the flourish, and you just catch this dagger right in the back, right in the flank. And then it's going to go ahead and take 2 rapier attacks on you. That is a 15 to hit.
15 misses.
And a 20 to hit. Dirty 20.
Hits.
Dirty 20. Okay. And that also is max damage. 14 points of damage from that hit.
All right. Kalishaw falls to the ground.
Okay, so as you're there, you just feel the rapier slash you across the back, and you just drop to your knees and just kind of like not even looking like there's pain or anything, just completely stoic, just slump to the side. As the second one is going to go ahead and I guess hold his action until somebody comes up on him. And the other 4, so basically they're basically making like a wall. Like 4 of them side by side, right where Kalishaw just fell. The one with blood dripping from his rapier just looks at the rest of you and says, "This ship is ours." And as they say that, a big hulking dude comes out. Now, the rest of these guys are in kind of like your typical pirate garb. Loose vests, loose like white blouses, brown pants with big black boots. This guy is wearing like the brown slacks with a red sash tied around his waist, no shirt, and you can just see scars all over his chest. Huge, massive scars. This guy's been in battle. He's got one scar down his eye from the top of his forehead, which is bald, all the way down to his neck. And he is holding a great sword. This guy is ready for freaking business.
What?
And he looks at all of you and says, "As he said, this is my ship now." And that is going to bring it to Reyna, as they're all going to hold their actions for now.
I'm gonna peek over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Is the big guy over the platform yet, or is he still on the other side?
He's still on the other side. Yeah. Well, he's not on his boat anymore. He's kind of like in the middle of the plank area.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at the first guy, the lackey guy that spoke. I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna scream out, "Break the platform!"
Okay.
To everybody, and I'm just gonna take my shot at that one guy. That is a 19 to hit.
19 to hit does hit.
Yeah, no sneak attack, just regular damage. It's going to be 12 points.
All right. So the first arrow you fire, the arrow you fire just sinks right into his shoulder, and he looks at it and takes the dagger that he's holding in his hand and just cuts the end of the arrow off. So there's just like a broken shaft sticking out of his shoulder.
And I'm stealthing away.
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth.
21.
21. Okay. Yeah, you managed to just duck down again, and the guy that's up there with you just like keeps looking at you like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And
Not getting hit.
That is going to bring it to Garen.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to the start of the plank.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna cast
So real quick, to do that, because the four swashbucklers are standing guard of that area, so you're going to take an attack of opportunity from two of them if you move past them to the plank.
Okay, well...
You're not moving to it?
They're standing in front of the plank?
Yes, yeah, so the four of them are actually on the ship, on your guy's ship, about 10 feet in front of that plank, where Kalasha was kind of holding guard.
Okay.
And the other guy is behind on the plank itself, the big guy.
Okay.
And the only way to make it to the plank at the speed you can move, would be to go through them.
That's fine. Okay. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna go up to the guys and just within just up to them, and I'm gonna cast a Thunderwave.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the save?
Constitution 14.
14. Okay, so I'd say if you stand right kind of in front of them and right in the middle of them, you'll hit all four of them. I will say, however, Kalasha is in that area too. You're gonna hit him too, if you're trying to get all four of them. Now, if you move to the side, you can still get three of them.
Okay.
Because you can angle it to get three of them and miss Kalasha and one of them. Up to you.
All right. I'm not gonna kill the captain of the ship.
Okay.
No, I just won't do that.
Okay. So
I'm gonna try to save his ship, and then basically, my whole thinking is if we save his ship, then we don't owe him anything. So And I'm an honorable man, but you know. Anyway, so
So-
yeah, I'll go up to the side and then I'll just hit Thunderwave.
Okay, so what's the save?
Constitution 14.
14. Okay. First one rolls a nat 1, so nope. Oh my god, that's 2 nat 1s, and that's on the gray and red die. Okay, and the last one gets 14. So the one closest to you saves, the other 2, no.
Okay, so they are going to.
Half damage to the one that saved.
Yeah. And then the 2 that didn't save, they get pushed 10 feet away.
And they are going to fall overboard. Well, they're going to get a dexterity check to see if they can hold on, but...
Yeah.
Let's see
Okay,
the way I'm
so
rolling.
thunder damage. Oh my god. An 8 and a 7, so 15.
Alright.
Savagery.
So,
Get it.
Get it!
okay.
I'm probably gonna get killed here, but I don't care. Just fuck it.
Same.
Okay, so one of them just goes sliding right off, and he's scrabbling as hard as he can, and you just hear a splash. The second one, however, did roll a nat 20, and as he's pushed back, he just is able to grab on, and he's dangling from the side, but he's still in play, so to speak.
Okay.
Does it do anything to the platform? Because it's a 15-foot cube?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, because of the way he had to angle it to avoid Kalashaw, it kind of goes off to the side rather than...
Okay.
Works for me.
That is going to
Yeah.
bring it to Sylvia, unless you have anything else you can do.
I don't think I really have any. I don't really have any bonus actions that I can really do. So I'm gonna-
Can you bonus action stomp on the dude's fingers who made the dex save?
No.
no.
Damn.
I don't
All
think
right,
so.
Sylvia.
Okay, so what's closest to me?
The closest to you, like as far as people,
Yeah.
there is still one pirate that is threatening Garen. That is the one that Sylvia had shot.
Okay. I am going to Eldritch Blast him
Okay.
with Agonizing Blast for a 15.
15 unfortunately misses, as the Eldritch Blast goes wide left and slams into the side of the of your ship that you are
Shit.
on, just kind of like blasting through the wood. It's not like a bad hit; it just kind of like skimmed the top of it.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm gonna try and heal Kalasha
Okay.
for 8 points of healing.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh.
Kalasha, you feel the wounds in your back start to close up, and your eyes flutter as you're kind of still there on your face, laying in a pool of blood. But you are awake and feeling okay. Sylvia, are you going to continue moving to the cover, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait. One question before I move.
Uh-huh.
Does the big guy have a shadow?
Does the big guy, where he's standing, technically not really? Not that is visible, at least, because of he's standing on the plank. Once he gets onto the ship, he will definitely have a shadow.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at then.
Okay, so that is going to bring it to the crew. Ooh, that was not good.
Oh.
Okay, so they're going to go ahead and try to shoot at the plank. Unfortunately, they don't do enough damage to break it, but they do some damage to the captain, or the big guy at least.
Oh, I was gonna say, the captain, Kalasha,
Okay.
mutiny.
I can't heal that good.
They start firing at their own captain.
So he's going to take.
He was weak anyway.
So he's going to take 15 points of damage as 2 arrows just kind of hit him right in the thigh, and he mashes them off with the hilt of the great sword, and just starts grinning. Which does bring it back to Alexio.
So I'm gonna run to the front of the plank and do some kind of flourish, and then draw a line in the ship and say, "There's your line. Cross it," and then hold my action.
Okay, hold. What is your action, or what is the trigger for you? If he crosses, or what gets him within 10 feet of you, or what's the?
Gets it within 10 feet.
Okay, because he's already. If you move right there, he's in the middle of the plank. He's already within 10 feet of you.
Okay, I'm just gonna stab him in the face then.
Okay.
Here's the line. Cross it. Oh, never mind.
Wait, I'm close enough.
Psych.
All right, so that's a 21 and a 17.
The 21 hits.
All right.
17 unfortunately just misses.
Well, foo. And that is 10 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, as you stab him with the spear, you catch him right in the bicep, and it leaves a nasty gash, and he just looks at you and just keeps grinning.
Cool.
That does bring it to Kalashah, who you are face down. There's still one pirate behind you, the same one that or no, not the same one that attacked you. Or no, it is the same one that attacked you, because it's the one that ran a shot. And you see Garen standing above you, just ready to go.
How much movement is it going to take to stand up?
Half movement, so 15 feet.
Okay. I am going to stand up, and I'm going to move back away from the enemy the rest of my movement. I'd like to do like a combat roll, and while I'm doing that roll, I want to drop my rapier and grab my bow.
Okay, let me check something on you real quick. I have to see. Because technically you didn't attack the one that's standing in front of you, so I think he does actually get the attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Yep, okay, yeah. So he'll take his attack of opportunity. We'll see if he hits.
Don't you want to disengage? Do you have disengage? You level 2?
You should have it as a bonus action.
Yeah, I guess I'll disengage.
Okay, so yeah, you take a bonus action. You disengage, and you do... Oh, I'm sorry, what weapon were you pulling out? Short bow?
I was pulling out my short bow, yeah.
Short bow. Yeah, so you throw your weapon to the ground, do a combat roll, and you pop back up, arrow drawn. And then go ahead.
A combat roll.
And then who were you firing on again? I'm sorry, the captain or the guy that was standing right there?
The guy that's on the boat.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and make an attack roll.
And is Garen within 5 feet?
Of that guy, yeah.
Okay.
Because he was standing, like, right next to you.
All right, so that is going to be a 18.
18? Okay, to 18 hits, yeah.
That's going to be 14 damage.
14 damage. Okay, yeah, he's looking super rough as you catch him with the arrow, and it just slides right through his gut. The arrow just pierces clean through. And he just starts bleeding from his front and his back. And he's looking really rough. Was there anything else you could do?
No, that's all my actions.
Okay. So the one swashbuckler that is dangling from the side of the ship is going to try to come up.
Oh, I forgot about him.
And he rolls a fucking nat 1. I am changing my dice.
Yay!
As you see his fingers lose grip, and he just splashes into the ocean. That is going to leave the one that is still... the two that are still next to you, Garen. And the first one is going to go ahead and make his attacks on you.
Okay.
First attack is a 19. So
Shit.
that hits, I'm sure, right?
What did he attack with?
He attacked with a dagger.
I'll let that one through.
Okay. That is 7 points of piercing damage, as he just slices right across your chest. Next attack. I'm guessing an 11 does not hit.
No.
Okay. But I'm guessing a 21 does hit.
Fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Not even shield will block that. Okay.
I roll the lowest damage you can, so 5 points of damage with the rapier. As I can never hit with the second attack, but always with the third for some reason. As he just pierces you right in the shoulder with the rapier. The other one is going to go ahead and use a bonus action to disengage from you and run up behind Alexia, who is otherwise preoccupied, and make a dagger attack with advantage. That is a natural 19, so that is a 25 to hit.
I guess that hits.
So you'll take 7 points of piercing damage as the dagger stabs you right in the back.
Watch it. That rear end is valuable.
13 to hit.
No.
It's close, yeah, because you're 14 right now. This one's definitely gonna hit. Yeah, that is a 22. And
Why must you hit me so?
that is 11 points of damage with the rapier.
Ouchies.
As you just feel it slashing away at you, which does bring it to the big guy.
Fuck.
And
Godspeed.
he is going to just slowly walk up towards you, and he is going to go ahead and attempt to grapple you. So he's going to try to hit you first. Yeah, which is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. And then he is going to he's going to attempt to grapple you. So go ahead and make opposing strength checks.
Shunraya, don't let me down now.
Okay. So I got an 11.
21.
21. Okay. So as he tries to lift you, he gains no purchase. You just make yourself a rock. And he backs away, and he's going to use a second attack just to take a slash at you.
Okay. Alexio, be nimble. Alexio, be quick.
24.
No, I'm
Okay. That's not too good. That is going to be 10 points of damage
unconscious.
as he slashes at your front with the great sword, and you go down. You're still on the ship, so you're fine. You're not on the plank. And he's going to use the rest of his movement to enter the fray and stand right in front of... not right in front of Garen. He's going to be still about 10 feet away from you, Garen. But he's, like, on the ship. Which does bring it to Reyna.
Peeking over. Okay, so it's the captain and one... So how
Heavily
many
damaged.
are on Garen right now?
There's two. There's the heavily damaged one, and then there's the captain who's looking pretty good.
And then... Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shoot the one that's heavily damaged to get rid of him.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh, that's 21.
21, yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sneak attack. Woo! Roll good. Ooh, an 8 and a 5. So 18 points.
All right. So, yeah, you just arrow right through the neck, and he just drops. So that leaves... Oh, yeah, there was one more. He also wasn't very heavily damaged. He's not in front of Garen, though. He's over by the captain.
I wanted to lessen the ones on him.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was clear. Didn't mislead you.
Okay, I'm gonna drop back down again.
Stealth.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yeah, you disappear into a puff of smoke. You were very Batman about it.
Very Batman about dropping.
It was just like where Commissioner Gordon's standing there on the roof, and he turns around and Batman's gone. That's you. Garen.
Okay. I gotta take a healing potion.
Okay, so it's just a bonus action to do that.
Awesome. So I'm gonna do that. There we go. Nice. So that's +2. So that's 7 hit points back. And then I'm going to pull out. Okay, who's within 15 feet of me?
Both the big guy and the other pirate are within 15 feet.
And Alexio. Unconscious body.
Yeah.
Fuck. You guys gotta stop doing this. How am I supposed to knock these dudes off with a thunder wave if you're like lying there all
Just stand over me. I'm like right next to you.
You could move. Well, that won't accomplish the goal you're trying to move. Yeah,
No.
You can get them without hitting them. You just have to kind of go to the side of them.
Okay. Then I will do that. If I can hit them with the thunder wave without hitting Alexio, I'll do that.
Yeah, you can do that. You just have to move to the side of them. It won't knock them off the ship, but you can still hit both of them.
It'll knock them away.
It will knock them away. If you come closest to, if you go to your right, then you'll knock them to the left, which is away from everybody.
Okay. Well. Fuck it. Yeah. Cast it.
Okay, and it's a Constitution of 14.
Yes.
Okay. 9 fails for the swashbuckler, but a 19 does save for the captain.
Oh, come on, man. Alrighty.
Roll me some damage.
And that is 11.
11. Okay, so he takes the full 11, and he takes 6. Okay, so the captain just stands there. You can see the flesh in his body rippling. As the other one, you could see almost like his arm just breaks and snaps like a dry twig as he is flung across the boat. And he's not looking great. Is that all you can do?
Yeah, that was those were both my actions.
Okay, Sylvia.
Okay, so how far away is the captain from me?
From you, I would say he's about 60 feet from where you took cover.
Okay, perfect. So and he has a shadow?
He does have a shadow now.
I'm going to cast Animate Shadow
Okay.
on him. And the save is a wisdom save of 13.
Wisdom. Oh, he does not have great wisdom. Oh, that is a nat 1 on his wisdom save. God damn
Okay.
you. I've rolled an uncanny amount of nat 1s tonight.
Yay, I did something! Okay, so for the spell's duration, the shadow, his shadow animates into a malevolent attacker, and the shadow stays attached to the target, sharing its space and constantly assailing the target, granting advantage on all attacks against it. In addition, the shadow deals 1d6 necrotic damage at the beginning of each of the target's turns.
Okay, and does he get to make the save again on each of his turns, or?
No. Oh, wait. At the end of each turn, the target can attempt a wisdom save to dispel the shadow and end the effect.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, so then as my bonus action, how far away is Alexio from me?
Alexio, if you're 60 feet from him, then Alexio would be about 65 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to move so he's within range, just the 5 feet that I need to
Okay.
use my last healing light
Okay.
for him. Ooh, that's not bad. 10 points of healing.
Whoa.
Yes.
All right. Alexio, your eyes flutter open as you start to feel the healing power from Sylvia envelop you. You see the wounds start to close up and heal shut. And then I'm assuming you go back into cover?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm out of healing. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay, that does bring it back to the crew. And oh my god, I'm on my 4th dice and it's another nat 1.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong.
Yeah. So the crew of your ship just does nothing, just arrows just flying into the water. They look completely inept. Excuse me, Alexio, you're back in the fray, my friend.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to bust out a second wind real quick.
Okay.
Max heals. Almost full. Okay, and then I'm gonna try and attack Big Beastie in front, or back up 5 feet and attack Big Beastie.
Okay, by backing up 5 feet, you're going to be on the plank, just to let you know.
There's no way for me to back up not on the plank?
He's kind of in a weird spot where he's right in front of it, and since you were right behind him, that's pretty much the only place you could move unless you move through his space, which you can't do. Because he just came just off the ship.
So I'm behind him, correct?
You are right behind him, yeah.
I'm gonna try and grapple him. Fuck it.
He
Okay.
gets advantage.
You do have advantage. Well, on the attack, at least to try to grab him, you have the advantage.
So that's a 21 to hit.
Okay, so yeah, you grab him. Now it's opposing strength checks. One of these dice has to fucking do something. There we go, that's better.
19.
17. Okay, you got him. He's grappled.
So I want to have him by the neck with my spear,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna hold on to him for
Sorry,
now.
I'm assuming you're grabbing the end of your spear like a dagger, essentially, and holding it to his neck because it's a spear.
No, I was gonna take like the middle part and like hold it.
Oh, okay, like this. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you got him in a chokehold right now. And I'm gonna say that's pretty much all you can do.
Can I whisper in his ear for flavor?
Oh, absolutely.
I noticed you're wearing your brown pants. Yep.
All right. Kalisha.
All right, so he's grappled the captain, right?
He's grappled him, yes.
Okay. I want to move up to the captain, and I want to use rope and tie a quick knot around one of his legs, and then withdraw towards the direction of the mast.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a dex check to see how well you tie the knot, and make sure that it's strong enough.
Roll for knots.
Roll for
Roll
knots.
for knots. Can I have advantage on the roll for knots?
I'm gonna say yes because he is being grappled and his shadow is there imposing on him as well.
Alrighty. So that is going to be a 16 for the knot check.
Okay, yeah, you fashion a really, really tight knot. You feel pretty confident it's gonna hold, and then you
Okay.
start moving in the direction of the mast.
Yep.
You can get about to the mast. You're about 10 feet away from being like directly next to it.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay. And that is about all you can do then. Which is going to bring it to the swashbuckler and the captain. So go ahead and roll the damage, Sylvia, for the captain.
2.
2. Okay. So.
Take
Yeah.
that, brain.
It's necrotic.
Yeah, so he feels like as his shadow gently caresses his face, he can feel the skin bubbling and peeling. And then the swashbuckler is gonna get up on his feet and he's gonna rush at Alexio, and gonna make it look like he's attacking Alexio, but instead he's actually Well, actually, hang on. Let me roll a perception check for him to see what he sees. Not great. So he's gonna rush at Alexio.
Perfect.
Oh my god! Another nat 1. This dice can go to hell. As
I like it.
I shouldn't laugh. Mine's coming now. I can feel it.
As he, like, with 2 hands tries to slash at Alexio, the dagger, like, hits the top part of his armor that he did manage to put on and cuts his own hand. For 2 points of damage. And he throws the dagger to the deck and grabs the rapier and makes 2 more attacks. I'm down to 1d20 left. Okay, that's way better. That is a 21 for the first hit. And a 17 for the second hit.
They both hit.
19 total points of damage.
I'm looking really rough. What the fuck?
As he just basically crisscross applesauce across your back with the rapier. And the captain is going to go ahead and try to break his grapple. So go ahead and roll a strength check, Alexio. And I got a 17 over here.
I got a 17.
Okay, roll off. Just a straight D20 roll. Bless you.
11.
And 6, so you maintain grip on him.
Okay.
And as you're holding the grip, he is just going to yell out, "Scuttle the ship!" And that is all
His
he can
ship!
do.
Not this ship, the other ship!
Brian, is he trying to break the grapple and so he can't break my spell?
Oh, right. He does get to do that after. Thank you for reminding me. Sorry, he's got so many things going on with him right now. And he does not break your spell with
Ha-ha.
a 6 for the wisdom save. Bringing it to Reyna.
Gonna pop back up and be like, well, this is different from the last time I looked. Alrighty. And just shoot at the swashbuckler that was attacking Alexio.
Okay.
And that is a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. Yeah, that just hits.
Sneak attack. Here we go. That's going to be 11 points.
11 points. Okay. And with that, your arrow just severs his spine, and you see him slump over. And Alexia, you just hear him hit the ground behind you. And I'm assuming you hide?
Yep.
Stealth it.
I have no HP. I have to hide or I'll die. 19.
19. Okay. Yeah. Just poof. Right back down. Garen.
Okay. All right. How? Okay. How big is the plague?
The plank is only about, it's like 7 feet wide.
Oh, okay.
And it's about 15 feet long.
But it's weak in the middle from the arrows, remember?
It is weak in the middle.
Yeah, it's weak in the middle. Oh, I'm just... Because, other than firebolts, I have...
I mean,
I
the
have-
plank's not the ship, right?
I know, right? But I also have my whip, so I was just trying to think, but
You have a whip? What?
yeah, I have a whip.
Oh yeah, I remember the whip.
Yeah, I'm a war mage. And I'm a hobgoblin, so, we get to
Makes
use
sense.
stuff. Yeah.
All right, so
Change-
what do you want to do, Garen?
Fuck it. I'm gonna firebolt that plank.
Okay, roll the hit.
Don't roll a 1. Don't roll
Don't roll a 1. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yes.
All right, don't
Yep.
even worry about damage. You obliterate the plank, and shards of embers of fire fly onto the opposing ship, and you can see small patches of smoke starting to curdle up from the ship itself.
The other ship, right?
Yeah, the other ship, the
Okay.
opposing ship. Was there anything else you could do, Garen?
Yeah, no, I don't really have any bonus actions I can take right now. So, no.
Any movement or anything?
I'm gonna move. No, I don't
Nope.
really need to move anywhere, so I'm good.
All right,
Yeah.
Sylvia.
Okay. So that one swashbuckler, he's donezo.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
only the captain left, and the other ship is slowly starting to drift away from your ship as it's
Okay.
been disconnected from the plank area.
Okay, so then I'm just going to move. No, I'm gonna stay put, but I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the captain.
Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage.
18.
Just hits.
Yay! Agonizing blast. Ah. 9 points of damage.
9 points. All right.
I did something. That hit.
You did something 2 rounds in a row. I'm so proud of you.
So the blast hits him in the chest. You see just a scorched mark of eldritch energy on his chest, and he's still taking the hits pretty well.
Don't
Oh.
forget about your shadow damage.
It's on his turn.
Yeah, it's on his
Oh,
turn. That does bring it to the crew, who is going to just keep firing arrows at the ship to try to keep anybody from doing anything to you guys. Oh my god, that is a 2.
Wow.
They can't do anything. However, that is going to bring it to the swashbuckling crew, who just got some orders.
I didn't understand the orders.
Me
You're
either.
about to. Oh yeah, you're about to. A large explosion rips through the opposing pirate ship, and you just see a ball of fire shoot off into the sky. The mast just cracks and drops down. I do need Garen and Alexio. Go ahead and make dexterity saving throws. Alexio with disadvantage unless you want to drop the captain.
I'm just gonna have to break my grapple.
Okay.
He's tied anyway. So.
He's tied on 1 foot. So
18.
18.
16.
16. Okay, you both managed to dive either side of out of the way as the mast crashes onto your ship and slides down into the water. You see the other pirate ship just broken in half, starting to sink, which does bring it to Alexio's turn. I will say, however, the pirate captain does have to make a dexterity saving throw as well. Because he was grappled, it will be with disadvantage. Oh, he fails. And he is going to take... Ouch. 15 points of bludgeoning damage as the mast just strikes him across the back, knocking him to the ground. He is on the same side as you still, Alexio. Well, it doesn't matter because the mast slips into the water. So, but now he's looking pretty hurt. So that does bring it to your turn, Alexio.
Is he laying down or did he stand back up?
No, he's prone.
Okay. I want to put the sharp end of my spear over his throat and just tell him not to fucking move.
Roll intimidation.
Why? I knew my time was coming. It's not a nat 1, but it's not great. Yeah, that's a 6.
Okay, he just spits blood at your face and just strikes you in the cheek.
Can I bonus action strike him with the blunt end of my spear?
I would say no, just because that can only be used after an attack action.
Okay.
Yeah, so that will be Kalashaw's turn.
So I want to run around the mast, and then with him being prone, once I'm around the mast, I kind of want to use it as a pulley, and I want to yank him towards the mast.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
That's crap. That's 9.
9. Okay, you start to tug, but this guy is massive. He's built like a brick shit house, and you manage to drag him a good 10 feet, but that's about all you can get out of it. Okay. That will bring it to his turn. Sylvia, go ahead and roll your damage.
3.
3. All right. Again, his shadow again caresses the other side of his face, and you see a new rash forming with just blistering skin. It looks like it's starting to be eaten away. So he is going to attempt to... Yeah, he's going to try to get up. Okay. So he stands, and he kind of looks at his position around all you guys, and says, "Fuck this," and starts running towards the edge of the ship. Kalasha, roll me an athletics check to see if you can hold onto the rope as he dives over the edge. Do it with advantage because you have it like a pulley system. It gives you extra leverage.
Thank God for advantage. 21.
21. Okay. So as he goes over the edge, he basically swings into the side of the boat like a piñata. And actually does suffer... Oh man, he actually suffers 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh god.
He's not very smart.
He doesn't have to be. Reyna, it brings up your turn. However, you cannot see the captain anymore, the pirate captain. All you see is a taut rope over the edge of the ship.
That seems a little embarrassing. Alrighty. What else? What else is happening? I know he's over the edge, and then the mast fell. So what happened exactly?
The rest of their ship is sinking, and you see people in the water just kind of like floating there. Some alive, some dead, some very singed from the fire.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Pretty
I'm
much.
actually just gonna take my turn to climb down. So action, double movement, dash as my bonus action, just trying to get down.
Okay, yeah, you managed to get down to the bottom where Kalashaw's holding this
105
rope
feet.
tight. Well, it halved because you were climbing, but regardless, you have plenty of movement to get down there. As Kalashaw's just holding onto the rope, just taut, you can see his muscles bulging and the veins in his arms sticking out. So that will bring it to...
Sailors are ripped.
Yeah, Kalashaw is super ripped. That will bring it to Garen.
All right. So can I? Since I'm still like near the edge of the ship, or kind of, can I walk over to see where he jumped and look down at him?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll go down. I'll look down at him. Chill touch.
Okay, go ahead and roll it with advantage because he's just dangling there like a
We just
piñata.
want this asshole to die.
It's not gonna take much.
Fuck, natural 20.
Oh, don't even worry about rolling damage. How do you want to finish him?
He's been having the necrotic damage attack him. Well, that chill touch just like starts to wreak, more sores and stuff like that until like half his face peels off and just like keels over.
Okay, so you see as the spectral skeletal hand just slides over the edge like a snake and grabs him by the neck, holding him aloft for all to see as his face begins bubbling and peeling and cracking and just sliding off until all you see is just skull and his jaw just kind of creaks open and falls off into the water before finally it releases and drops the body overboard. And that does break combat.
I kind of want to say, catching my breath, now that's a party, as I'm not wearing any pants.
And with that, we are actually going to take our break.
Yeah.
Right there. So we will be back shortly. It'll be a very short break. Welcome back.
Thanks
Welcome back, everybody, to Tal'Dorei: A New Dawn. Last we left our group of adventurers, they had just defeated a pirate captain, and the ship was destroyed. Not their ship, the pirate ship was destroyed, and our heroes are fairly injured, but managing to hold it together after that tough battle. As you guys begin to take a moment to catch your breath.
Is everybody okay?
Barely.
Barely.
I'm going to pull up the rope that no longer has anything attached to it.
Okay.
Dripping pieces of flesh.
Yeah, there's basically a foot and an ankle.
As soon as I see the foot come over the side, I'm going to drop the rope.
The rope just goes sliding off into the ocean,
Yeah.
like spaghetti getting slurped up, just gone.
Oh, God!
Oh, my.
You
Fresh
wondered what
bait.
I could do for you? That.
You turned that man into a slurry. That was gross. Who did the healing?
Oh, that'd be me.
You're my new favorite.
Hey!
It's been a long time since I've had a healer around.
I can cook with fire then?
We can try it, but
Yes.
be careful.
Yes, I'm so excited.
You saw what fire did to the other ship, yes?
Well, sometimes
yeah.
fire is good.
Usually
we'll
not on
skip the
ships,
fire.
though.
Says with a slight smolder.
By the way, this is the first time you guys really noticed Alexio's not wearing any pants.
What? Have you not been wearing pants this whole time?
Did you lose them or did you come up this way?
I came up this way. Adventure was calling my name, and I must answer the call.
Yes. I think you were misinterpreting which adventure you were going on.
I brought my spear.
Uh-huh.
Some would say you brought two.
Thank you.
Glad you went there.
Oh,
No.
my God.
Please, the rest of us have egos we're trying to protect, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go put pants on.
Okay, you rush downstairs. About 5 minutes later, you return with the rest of your armor on, your boots, your pants.
Oh, it's so much warmer.
I would agree.
Is it?
I'm gonna go and look at the crew and stuff and just if anyone, I don't know if any of his crew got hurt, but if they did, I'll offer the healing kit and stuff like that and help them out if anyone's hurt. I don't know if they are. That's what I want.
No, the crew fared pretty well as the raiding party was cut down pretty swiftly by you guys. And the other raiding party didn't really manage to do a whole lot. There's some arrows embedded in the deck and whatnot, but it doesn't really seem like anybody took any damage.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, but you just as the crew's kind of rushing around doing their best to patch up pieces of the ship that got broken in the scuffle, you just get a lot of oh, thank you for checking on us. We really do appreciate it. But they all seem to be very busy trying to patch up the ship where they can.
I'm gonna pick up my rapier and put it back in its sheath.
Okay, yeah, and you do so with a nice little flourish.
So, does that happen a lot? On both?
Occasionally, it can. Not recently. Usually it's the other way around. But
you
know how
do
things
that to people?
no, I don't just board their ship and take things per se.
Because that would be horrible. I would super regret bringing you back from the brink of death.
Obviously, a man of my nature would not do such things. I prefer to board their ship and offer them trade.
Can I inside check that?
Absolutely. Okay, so Kalisha, depending on if it's the truth or a lie, roll either persuasion or deception, and just tell me the number. Don't tell me which it is.
Okay.
17.
I got 18.
Kalisha essentially ran up very hard to read. He's a very swarthy man of the sea.
I
And
understand.
Yeah, you almost have like a kind of a grudging respect for him. Like, yeah, you know what? I get that.
Well, that seems like honorable. That's how business is worked out on oceans. So, like that makes sense.
Yes,
That
that is
seems
the
honorable.
law of the sea.
Interesting.
Parlay.
So you said the rest of the crew aren't really injured or anything like that?
Correct. I mean, like a little bit of like a cricked neck here and there from the initial impact of the ship getting hit, but nobody like really damaged to the point where they need any medical attention.
Okay. Well, since your crew isn't as injured as we are, I think we probably take a little rest.
I think that's fair. It's been a long afternoon.
So
I agree.
yeah, we definitely need to take a short rest.
Is there alcohol on this ship?
I need a stick
Is there
drink and
alcohol on this ship? There is a lot of alcohol on this ship. Plenty of alcohol. More than enough alcohol.
May
Too
we
much
partake in your alcohol?
For a small fee, yes.
Sure.
A small fee.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. I'm gonna have to send you
Going
my
around
bill.
the dead bodies and stuff like that. It's like,
You know what? That's a good point. It's on the house.
Oh,
that is the.
Oh yeah, we should probably loot all these dead bodies that are on this boat.
oh
Oh.
no! That great sword was probably worth something.
Might have been
Wow, that's at the bottom of the ocean now.
very
Should
much
have
so.
tried the rope to his hand.
Okay, so yeah, you guys loot the bodies. In total, you find about 25 gold pieces, and just regular standard rapiers and daggers. Nothing magical or fancy.
Boring.
Oh, sorry. You guys also do find a handful of pearls, so about 5 decent-sized pearls worth about 100 gold apiece.
Let me check my spells real quick.
I'll just give a pearl to each of the 5 of us now. If that's what we find.
I mean, there's 6 of you. Oh, no, there are 5 of you. Yeah, sorry.
There's
I was,
five.
she's
I was thinking of the party member that's not here right now. Sorry.
always thinking about her.
Oh, I don't really need it for anything. I think it's for identify. You need a pearl.
Okay.
Sorry, random thought.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So, you guys decide to take a short rest and grab a drink together?
Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
drink.
We'll head down to the cafeteria-esque area, the mess area.
Yeah, the mess area.
I could use those pearls.
Do you need all of them or just one? I'm pretty
Uh,
sure it's just a same cost.
Yeah, no. You just everyone hold on to them. But if you want something identified, we might need those later. So
Yeah. That's why everyone gets one each.
Okay. So as you guys are
And one
talking,
for the captain because it's a ship.
you guys work your way down to the mess hall. Kalasha has some of the crew gather up one of the casks of ale and taps it, and drinks start being handed around to everybody.
I'm gonna give my pearl to Garen. Like, I don't really need it.
Everybody feel free to roll hit dice at this point if you'd like to.
awesome. And I'll use my. I forgot about that last one. I'll use my arcane recovery
Okay.
and gain a slot back. Yeah, okay. And then let me roll.
I only lost 1 hit point, so.
Actually, I don't even need to roll because I only need 5 hit points, and so if I roll a 1, I still get 5 hit points back. So.
Nice.
Okay. So, with that, you guys kind of spend the rest of the evening kind of drinking, getting to know each other a little bit better, before dusk starts to settle on the ship. You guys have been having a pretty great time. Just kind of getting to know each other better, kind of trying to build that trust a little bit since you guys are going to be on a ship for the next few days together. Is there anything you guys like to do before night falls?
Get really drunk with the captain
Agreed.
and sing sea shanties.
Okay.
Agreed.
Sylvia obviously will not be doing that. Reyna, Garen, are you guys partaking in the getting drunkenness?
Sure. I want to know what he was doing out here.
Why not?
Okay. So yeah, you guys have a really good buzz going. Go ahead, everybody, roll me Constitution saving throws.
I'm so good at these guys, remember? Natural 20!
All right,
Yeah, that's a 19.
19,
Where was this earlier when I was drowning?
I got a 17.
17,
23.
23. Okay, so you all are about the level of drunk you would like to be. Not too tipsy, but in a good, happy place. Alexio, Kalashaw singing your sea shanties together. What sea shanties do you guys know?
A Kalashaw would know all of them. Robert does not.
What about you, Alexio? Do you have a sea shanty?
I'm learning them as I go.
Okay. So go ahead, Alexio, Kalashaw, go ahead and roll me performance checks.
Dirty 20.
16.
16. Garen, Reyna, Sylvia. Their sea shanties are pretty damn good. Like, you guys are really impressed, and you guys begin to join in the revelry a little bit, and you guys are just having a damn blast. Before you guys kind of start really kind of buckling down a little bit to engage in a little bit more conversation.
No, hobgoblins don't sing.
I didn't say you were singing necessarily. You're like kind of just like,
Okay.
just you're kind of into it is more what I'm getting at.
All right.
However into it you would be. But
Just not emotional.
yeah, it's entertaining as shit. Like, you're enjoying yourself.
All right.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Everybody's like, wait, what's a pineapple?
Do we not have pineapples in Tal'Dorei?
No,
don't
you
think
do
there are
not.
Pineapples in Tal'Dorei?
There are no pineapples in Tal'Dorei. Actually,
I guess
it is a Marquesian thing. Actually, yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Kalashaw knows what a pineapple is. The three of you have no idea.
Okay.
What?
Pineapple's delicious.
Like an
It is.
orange?
Spikier.
Apples are spiky?
No, pineapples. They're
Hence
different.
the pine.
It's like a bigger... It's,
A giant apple with pine?
and spikes. And it's yellow on the inside.
Why would you eat it?
That sounds
Delicious.
horrible.
I prefer it grilled.
What?
I prefer it in a drink.
Drinks.
But
Mine's
but
getting low. We need another one.
I'm guessing not grilled on the ship, though.
No, there's no fire on the ship.
Please tell me someone's keeping track of him saying that.
I like you. I like you.
Okay, was there anything you guys wanted to discuss before the evening comes to a close?
I think Raina wanted to, but I'm good.
Oh, I want to talk to California. Like, so what were you guys doing out here? I know you guys just like to wander. Were you out here for anything in particular?
We were on a expedition of sorts. We were looking to procure goods of the valuable variety.
For trade.
For trade.
Wow. You guys must be really like smart, like entrepreneurs.
Yes. Yes, we are.
So cool.
I think so. Being a captain is honestly one of the best jobs that one could have. So much freedom.
As exciting as it's been, I still think I prefer nice, solid land. But that's just me.
Being on land is nice too. There are more people, more friends, more drinks, more ale.
Forget the people. I mean, feel pretty exposed out here, though.
Why? It's just you, me, the stars, us.
And random pillaging pirate boats.
That was really scary.
That was random. It makes you wonder sometimes.
What a random encounter we had.
My cards did say, be careful of who you keep company with.
We're still in company of him, Sylvia. Why do you keep saying that?
No, the other people that we killed.
They were not company.
They were trying to make themselves company.
Company is invited.
Anyways, I foresaw all of this. And I leave and I go to bed.
Sylvia just storms out in a huff. Like, I predicted it, and just takes off.
The upside down man on the noose?
The hanged man! I said the hanged man card! I did!
Alexio's slightly believing a little bit now.
It was the hanged man card. And it is hard to interpret, but it was there.
Which Sylvia says none of this because she's already gone.
I'm talking to myself.
Okay,
That one really needs a win.
I think she got it.
Good.
Okay, so do the rest of you have anything else you'd like to do, or are you guys good to call it a night here?
Good for now.
I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys finish with your revelry and polish off your drinks, and kind of all in your own drunken stupors just head to, Kalsha, you head to your quarters. Galran, Reyna, Alexio, you head down to the crew quarters, where you all just kind of pass out into a very deep sleep with the rocking of the ocean keeping you company. Sylvia,
Yes.
roll me a Constitution saving throw
Okay. Before or after I take my long rest?
before your long rest.
Okay.
As you're laying there, just kind of trying to get used to the motion of the water.
13?
13. Okay, you feel it kind of like coming up your throat, but you manage to choke it down, and you're like, I'm starting to get the hang of this water thing.
Okay.
However, as you guys sleep, you guys are awoken by a like rocking of the ship. It's not a violent rocking. It's just like almost like it went up a big wave and back down.
Oh no.
I will get out of bed and head out to the main deck.
Okay. As you head to the main deck, there seems to be a mist about the water, and you kind of see. In fact, actually, roll me a perception check.
That's gonna be 16.
16. Okay, you do see where the water seems to be displaced. It seems to be traveling the opposite direction of the waves from the ship.
What the fuck? Hey Desmond, you awake?
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know what I saw, but I saw it.
Well, that's disheartening. What do you think we should do about it? Anything?
Well, I would say drop sail and try to get as far the fuck away from it as we can, but don't know if you noticed, the wind has stopped. And sure enough, you can feel there's no breeze whatsoever.
Wake the wizard.
Okay, but I swear to God, if he does something weird to me again, because he's pissed off.
What did he do that was weird to you before?
Have you ever gotten a wedgie from a mage hand?
No, was it nice?
Absolutely not.
Oh, well.
It pinches in places you don't want to be pinched.
Well, speak for yourself.
Exactly.
Oh, God. So he runs to go get the wizard. And as that's going on, the rest of you guys felt that too. And it definitely wakes you as well.
I'm gonna put on the lower half of my armor only and go up and see what's going on.
Okay, Kalasha, you see a shirtless Alexio coming up as you see Desmond heading down into the crew quarters to go find Ismail.
What seems to be the problem?
There's no wind and there's a mist running counterproductive to every yeah, I don't know. That's like terrible to hear from your captain, but I have no idea.
Oh,
I do want you to know that I am a very experienced captain, being a sailor for over 2 decades now, but I don't know what's happening, and I'm quite scared. Will you hold me?
Yes.
And as you two embrace, do the other three of you make your way up by this point?
Yeah.
You just come up and you see Alexio and Kalasha just embracing each other. You could tell Kalasha has a look of terror in his eyes, and Alexio a look of confusion, but also warmth.
We're making friends. Yay.
What is happening?
I don't know, and I'm so scared.
What do you mean you don't know?
I kind of just like,
The wind isn't winding, and the mist. Look, did you see it?
Sure enough, you guys do see a heavy mist along the water, and the water itself, from what you can see through the mist, appears to be still.
Can I make a nature check of some kind to try and discern what's happening?
Go ahead.
Because one day I'll be good at those. That's a 13.
13. You have never seen anything like this before.
Weird shit.
Did you bring magical weird shit aboard my ship?
No?
can I make
I didn't
a-
say weird magic shit. I just said weird shit.
But I'm connecting two dots.
At the sound, as soon as Rain says weird magic shit, you hear Ismail. Did you say weird magic shit?
I did.
Oh, you're gonna regret that voice.
I already do. He steps on the deck. Oh, this is definitely weird magic shit.
Can you fix it?
Does a captain shit in his quarters?
No, I shit in the crew quarters. I don't like cleaning.
There's your answer.
Oh, fuck. Alright, you, tall thing. What is your name? Ren. Can you, blow the sails? Can you move us? Can you two work together and air?
I do fire.
Well, don't set fire to the sails. I don't think that will help.
At this instant, I need everybody, including Ismail, the poor bastard, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Ooh, that's good.
Oh god, that's not great at all.
13.
Okay, Reyna, what'd you get?
26.
Okay, Sylvia,
19.
Garen,
17.
Kalasha,
17.
Alexio.
13.
Okay, so everybody who got under 20, the ship is rocked from below, and the impact knocks everybody, but I think it was Reyna. You got a 26, right? Yeah. Rocks everybody but Reyna prone. You guys just get knocked over. You don't take any damage, but you're just knocked from your feet as the boat rocks violently back and forth. Please don't go over for real. That looked really close.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm a method actor.
I think I'm gonna try and get like central boat as possible.
Okay, so
I'm
you
gonna try and
moved to
hold
the
on to
center.
the mast.
I don't want to be near the edges at all.
Okay,
I will also get center boat.
okay. Garen, Reyna.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys all move to the center because that's about where the mast is. Sylvia just doing her best to hug the mast.
I miss Sanguine.
And at this time, the
Oh my
mist
God,
appears to
what
get
if
a
this
little
is
bit
Sanguine?
heavier around the boat. And Ismail's like, I don't like the look of this.
You fire the mist.
Okay, and I cast light.
You cast light. Okay, so you cast light, and it shines back in your eyes as
Oh,
the mist
I
kind of makes it reflect.
Oh, moron. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. That's a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
The Ismail attempts to like create a gust to kind of blow the mist away, and you notice that as the gust cuts through the mist, wherever the gust travels, the mist just kind of re-envelops almost immediately.
Okay.
Can I make a history check? Because I would have spent a lot of times on the docks of Shamal. maybe I would have possibly heard of stories such as this.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll history. And Kalashaw, Alexio and Kalashaw, roll with advantage for history.
That's a 15.
What about you, Kalashaw?
I think we lost his audio.
Oh,
13. You
okay,
got me?
there's yeah, got you now. Okay, Alexio, you've heard stories of great titans, elemental titans, titans that were locked away in the elemental rifts, things that shouldn't and couldn't exist on the prime material plane. You know tale of a creature that, in its own plane of existence, is formidable, but in your plane of existence is downright terrifying. But you can't remember exactly what it was. You just know that it's something big, and it's something that sinks ships.
This.
Okay.
Oh,
Detect magic. Eldritch sight.
Eldritch Sight. Nothing around you aside from like the stuff in Kalashaw's office quarters is magic. The mist itself doesn't seem to appear to be magic either. It's natural in a sense, but it's not magically created.
Kalashaw, what are the magical items you have in your thing?
They're mainly stuff to help you navigate and whatnot.
It's all navigational based. To be honest, I don't know much about it. Desmond does the navigating. I'm just the captain. The captain really is just an overseer. I don't do much of the actual labor or thinking.
You could say that again.
I am a supervisor in the fact that I get paid the most for the least work.
Yes, that's very true.
Oh no.
So I don't know what it does, but I'm sure it has magical abilities.
Do we have
of some
rows?
kind.
Can we row this thing?
Yes, we have oars.
I don't think that's a smart idea.
As you say that, I do need everybody to make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh, if we're holding onto the mast, does it help?
I will say because you were holding onto the mast, I'll give you advantage on it.
That one was a 7.
7?
25.
22.
22? What'd you get, Sylvia?
12.
Garen? Lost audio, Maddie.
19.
Okay, 19. Okay, so, Alexia, what'd you get again? I'm sorry? 7?
7.
Okay. Alexio, Sylvia, Garen, and Ismail, you all go sliding into the side of the boat and suffer 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you all just smash into the side. As Reyna and Kalashaw managed to hold their ground, the boat itself tilted on its axis almost completely sideways before smashing back into the ocean.
What in the fuck is happening?
Scared.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Albie, drop the anchor. Pull the sails up, and everybody pick a side of the boat. Let's balance the boat.
Okay, so Albie rushes to go drop anchor. The sails are beginning to be pulled with rope. Ismail is going to stay on the side that he got smashed into. What side is everybody taking?
I will go to the port side.
I'll go to the
Starboard.
starboard.
Okay.
I'll go with Sylvia.
Okay. Garen, Alexio?
Yeah, I'll follow
Who?
the starboard.
Okay.
I'll go to port then.
Okay. Good to know. Were you going to say something, Alexio?
I just kind of want to let everyone know to be as quiet as possible, and maybe whatever is interested in us will just go away.
Thinking.
As soon as you say that, a massive tentacle explodes out of the water and smashes on top of Albie, crushing Albie. As the tentacle slides back into the water, you just see a smear where Albie once stood.
Oh God!
And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Alrighty.
This is fine. We're level 2. This is fine.
No, that's good.
I fucking hate tentacles.
And we never got our long rest, right?
No, you did. You did get your long rest.
Oh, okay. All right.
I am not that cruel.
All right. Thank you. Spells back.
Okay, not bad. Okay, I need 20 and above.
23.
I have a dirty 20.
Okay, I need 15 through 20.
19.
You guys both got 15?
I got 19.
Oh, 19, okay. And Reyna.
I mean Sylvia.
Or Sylvia, sorry.
16. I had 16.
Okay. So, yeah, you got 16, Alexio got 15?
That is correct.
Oh,
Okay. So that does bring it to the Kraken's turn first.
Oh, you said the K word.
I did. As
Can I have everybody make perception checks real
for
quick? For one of my tattoos, which is of this beast.
yeah, okay, everybody
Yeah.
go ahead and roll perception checks.
Natural 20.
9.
Dirty 20.
17.
Okay, Reyna, Sylvia, Alexio, you notice that Kalasha does have a tattoo of this beast. Where is it at, Kalasha? I forget.
It's on my left arm.
Yeah, so on his left arm you see this mythical beast, or what was thought to be a mythical beast, tattooed upon his arm. Alexio, as soon as you see that tentacle, it dawns on you. This thing shouldn't be here. It should not be on the prime material plane. And
This
the fact
thing
that it's
shouldn't
here
be here.
is wrong. It should be in the water elemental rift is where it should
It
be.
should be in the water elemental rift where it belongs.
We need to send it back there.
I am not that powerful.
I don't think.
But
he
I
has
will
magic
try.
either.
No.
Maybe we can find the rift that it came through and we can go through it. Get away?
Oh, I see.
There
Run
is
it.
no wind.
We could swim, but that's dangerous because the Kraken is in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that, the Kraken's tentacle slams back down into the ship, and the ship is going to take...
Oh no.
Where is it? There it is.
Flashbacks to 16 years
Wow,
old
that's
again.
so bad. How am I rolling so fucking bad tonight? Okay, the ship only takes 16 points of damage as the wood across the top of it starts to splinter and buckle a little bit. The tentacle holding tight, you can see it wrapping around the back of the ship from where you guys are at. And that is all the Kraken is going to do at this moment. That will bring it to Reyna.
Okay. Are there weapons built into the ship or any kind of like escape boats or anything like that built on the ship?
There'd be like lifeboats, but this particular ship would not have like massive like harpoons or anything like that. It's not that kind of ship.
Lit.
And this isn't a thing that should
Cannons.
exist. Cannons. Yeah, Kalasha, you would have cannons on your ship.
Yeah. There's cannons. We could try and use them.
Sure. Can I run over to one? Is there one close to me?
You're still in the middle of the ship, so I would say yeah. If you run to either side, there would be a cannon on either side. Do you want to run? Oh no, you were on. Sorry, you were on the starboard side. So
Yeah,
you were
we're on the
already.
starboard side.
Yeah. So if you look around, you see cannons just periodically, like every, I'd say like 20 feet along the side.
Cool. I'll get to one and like just try and anchor myself on it so I don't, get tipped over or anything. But I'm like, I don't know how to use a cannon.
You really don't.
I don't know how to do this. Can I make an intelligence?
Yes, that's what I was just
or
going to say.
something?
Go ahead and make an
Okay.
intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a 17.
17. Okay, so you gather that you are going to need to load gunpowder into it, which means that you will need to access a gunpowder barrel, and you are going to actually need to grab a cannonball and load it in there, and then create a source of fire to ignite it.
It's gonna take a lot longer than I thought it would.
It'll take a couple of turns at least, yeah, to get this thing primed to fire.
I'm just gonna hold on to it for now, and I'm assuming a lot of that thinking took my action, kind of.
I'll say it took your action, but you still have a bonus action.
Which I mean, I'm not gonna dash or disengage or. I mean, I guess I could try and hide, but it can't really see me anyway.
Yeah, I would say don't even bother. There's,
Yeah,
no
I'm just
point
hanging
to-
on for dear life.
Yeah. Okay, Garen.
What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck?
Garen's
What the fuck, man?
So Garen just standing there in shock, just like, I don't. Is there anything you're gonna do, Garen, or are you just kind of stuck in
Is
shock?
this a nightmare?
No, okay, so, can I see the tentacle?
Yes, the tentacle is across the back of the ship.
Ow, cricket, damn.
Aw.
Every time you do that, I think you're talking about an actual cricket.
No, it's my cat. I named my pseudo-dragon familiar after my cat, so, yeah, I'm a dork. Anyway, when she starts cleaning herself on my lap, her claws start doing things.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to cast Witch Bolts at the tentacle.
Okay. And that is yeah. So roll the hit.
Okay. That's a 24.
24 definitely hits. So
And
go ahead and roll damage.
Thank you. 10 points of lightning damage.
Okay. So okay, and it was lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Unfortunately, so as the witch bolt hits, you see the electricity strike the tentacle, and it's almost like the tentacle absorbs the electricity, and it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Okay.
It's an electric kraken?
It's just
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
it happens to be immune to lightning. There's reasons that
Yeah, it's okay.
yeah, but is there anything else you can do?
No, there's nothing else I can do.
All right, Kalashaw.
I'm going to kind of pop the top button off of my shirt, and I'm going to place my hand over a tattoo on my chest, and I am going to look to the sky. Stormlord, if there's a time I need you, it's now. Guide us in this fight.
Roll a religion check.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
It's an amazing thing considering you're in the middle of the ocean and there's a lot of sounds going on, but you managed to somehow hear crickets in your head.
Garen's pseudo dragon's just like right by
Get away, get away.
Oh, I'll say that was a bonus action. Just
What are those?
to give you a fucking chance, because none of you even tried anything except for Garen at this point against the Cynical. So
If there's one thing that he would want, it's bravery. And I'm going to run towards the tentacle, drawing my rapier, and I'm going to attack it.
okay, from where you're at, because it's like across the whole back of the ship, I'll say you were able to make it to it,
Okay.
because it's a big fucking tentacle. So
Yeah.
go ahead and roll to attack.
16.
16 unfortunately misses as you slash at it with the rapier. The hide of the tentacle is so thick, it's hard to cut through. Which will bring it to Sylvia.
Does the tentacle have a shadow?
That's the best question.
Yes, the tentacle does have a shadow.
Okay.
I cast Animate Shadow.
Okay.
Wisdom save of 13.
I literally have to like roll a nat 1 to miss this, so we'll see as I roll a nat 1
really?
watch.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I almost rolled a nat. I might as well have. I got a fucking 14 on the wisdom save.
Oh.
I rolled a natural 3.
Oh.
Oh, that's really this.
This is not good.
So Sylvia is going to run to the mast.
Okay.
Hang on. And as my bonus action, I'd like to start crying.
Okay, so
It's not a pretty cry. Like this is
Ugly cry.
so Sylvia just Sylvia just runs to the mast, wraps her arms around it as best she can, and just starts ugly crying. Sylvia, roll me an athletics check. I want to see how good of a grip you have on this thing.
that would be a 7.
Okay. All right,
Oh, man.
Alexio.
So I want to use my bonus action to grab one of the crew members and be like, "Go get my shirt," and then I want to attack the tentacle.
Okay, so
Go get my shirt.
you rush at the tentacle. Go ahead and make your attack.
That's going to be a 15.
A 15 unfortunately misses. As you strike at it too, you realize that this hide is just incredibly tough and hard to slice through.
Damn. I hope he comes back with my shirt soon.
Was there anything else you could do?
No, unless speaking to the crew member could be a free action that I get bonus action. No, I missed. Never mind. Let's keep moving.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. The Kraken is going to lift the tentacle again, and it's going to actually take a swipe at the mast of the ship.
Not my ship!
I'm gonna die.
And that definitely hits the ship.
Why did I go to the mast?
I don't know. That was a choice.
Okay, so that's 21 points of damage to the ship. As the Kraken just slams into the mast and kind of curls its tentacle around it, kind of holding it in place for now, before just kind of just boosh down and lets it go. Sylvia, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay. 18.
18. Okay, you manage to mostly dive out of the way, but it does kind of crack you along the side as it falls,
Okay.
dealing 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
The Kraken is going to make a second attack and grab another tentacle and slam it down in the front of the ship.
Okay. I'm not there.
Definitely hits.
My ship!
For an additional 18 points of damage, as there's now a second tentacle that's wrapped around the front of the ship, while the other tentacle is just kind of in the air hovering over the ship, and that is going to be the Kraken's turn. Reyna.
Tight. Did I see Sylvia get like flung off to the side basically?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run for her and grab her and just try and pull her back away from everything.
I'll say you're
And I'll
able to
use my
get
bonus
to...
action if I have to.
Okay, yeah, so if you use your bonus action to dash, go ahead and make an athletics check to make sure you can drag her.
I'm so good at those.
I'm.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, you run over, grab Sylvia under the arm to just drag her back to the side of the ship.
Let's go.
You've got mom strength.
Not on my face.
Okay, that will bring it to Garen.
All right. So I have this weird feeling that
We're gonna die?
No, that we're actually sitting upon like a like another elemental rift or something. I just don't know what to do with that thought. So
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
okay. That's a 24.
24. Okay, you know that the water elemental rift wouldn't be in this area.
Okay.
Yeah, this would be far away. So it's not necessarily that the elemental rift is in this area, but this creature definitely came through an elemental rift, and just happens to be in this area from what you can gather.
Okay. Well, then... Fudge it. Alright. Magic missile.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
10 points.
All right. Is this on the tentacle that's hovering in the air, or the one wrapped around the front of the ship?
The one hovering in the air.
Okay, cool. So the one hovering in the air just boom, boom, boom as you see the missiles slam into it, and you actually see it just kind of recoil in a little bit of pain there, and you actually you hurt that tentacle pretty good. Was there anything else you could do?
No.
All right, Kalasha.
Is there still a tentacle near me?
It's like on the other side of you now. It's kind of in the air above the ship, but you're on the side of the ship that you're at. You can actually get to the base of that tentacle where it's like hovering over, and make an attack if you wanted to.
Yes, I will go up and I will attack it.
Okay.
Do I get sneak attack?
No, because
Because are there other enemies within 5 feet of me?
you know what? I will say because technically the tentacle's within 5 feet. I'll just go ahead and say yeah. You go ahead and take sneak
Okay.
attack.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
Oh my god.
14 damage.
14. All right. Yeah, you see that this tentacle is starting to actually cleave a little bit. It's looking pretty damaged. It still looks like it wants to go, but you start to like make a little bit of headway into this thing. It doesn't do as much damage as you thought it would do, but it's still looking a little bit rough there.
This thing killed Albie. It must die.
And you do see chunks of Albie still like kind of dripping from the suction cups.
You're a monster.
I do dread on Mondays every other week, so forgive me. I'm good at describing death. Is there anything else you could do?
No, that's my action.
All right, Sylvia.
We gotta get to the lifeboats. That's our only hope.
Yes, let's get in smaller boats.
Yeah.
That was completely in character.
Cry, actually. Okay.
All right, what do you do, Sylvia?
I guess I'm just with that. She's just gonna kind of okay, and then just Eldritch Blast, agonizing blast to
The one floating in the air?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Ooh, 24.
That hits.
Nice.
Yay. Da-da-da. 6 points.
All right. With that, you can see that the tentacle starts to like kind of creak and crack. It's looking pretty battered. It's still going, but it's definitely battered. Was there anything else you could do?
No.
All right, Alexio.
Wipe the snot from my face.
Is the man back with my shirt?
Roll a perception check.
19.
19. As you look down the corridor, down the stairs, you see that the man has kind of like landed on the stairs and his skull is cracked open. It seems from the impact of the ship, or of the tentacle smashing the ship around. He got knocked down, failed his dex check, and split his skull open.
Oh, so shirtless it is.
The shirt is in his hand. The shirt is in his hand, but it's covered in blood.
Whole crew.
Oh my god. Robert's faces during this whole thing are priceless. And Gemma, get on clipping news, please.
So I'm going to just aim for where
I'm so tired.
the captain hit the tentacle, and I'm just gonna try and hack away at it as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
So it's a first attack is a 20
Yeah, that hits.
dirty, and second attack is a 17.
Just misses.
Fuck. Okay. I always roll fucking ones on damage. That's 7 points of damage.
7. Okay, and with that, it's just enough that the tentacle like cleaves off and slips back into the ocean. The other one's still holding the front of the boat, but that's one tentacle down.
Oh.
Is there anything else you can do?
I'm gonna move towards my shirt.
Okay. Yeah, you get to the top of the stairs, and this hand is like outstretched with your shirt, and you can almost reach it. You're like 5 feet away from it.
Okay.
Okay. Is that all you can do?
Yeah, that's all I can do for now.
Okay, it brings it to the Kraken's turn. So let's see who's up there. Yeah. Okay. So another tentacle explodes out of the water, and as it does, it makes a giant sweep of the top of the ship. I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Natural 20.
18.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Garen.
One.
No.
Oh my. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad.
Oh no!
Okay, so Reyna, Alexio, Kalishaw, you guys managed to duck in time as this tentacle passes across. Garen, Sylvia, you guys get hit square in the chest. You are going to take... you're going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage each. And go ahead and make another dexterity saving
I'm
throw.
out.
You're out?
Can I grab her since I'm right next to her?
Reyna, make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay, that saving throw is a 16.
16,
That's
okay.
hot.
Garen, as you start to go over the edge of the boat, you manage to catch on to the edge.
Dirty
Barely.
20.
Dirty 20. Okay, Reyna, as Sylvia's lifeless body is flung through the air, you barely manage to reach out and grab her by the hand and yank her back into the boat before she goes overboard. Sylvia, you do impact the boat, so go ahead and mark off a death save. Fail. But you're not in the ocean, so that's a plus.
I don't have to breathe. Oh wait, never mind. I mean,
Yeah. When you're conscious, you don't have to breathe.
Okay.
Okay, and that is what the Kraken is going to do on his turn.
I'm
Reyna.
done with that, guys.
Well, okay. I'm going to fuck. I'm going to use my last healing potion on Sylvia.
Okay, so that costs an action to do.
Yeah.
Because you're feeding it, so.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's 8 points of healing.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. And that's really all I could do. I think we're good here.
Okay, Garen.
I'm gonna try to climb back up.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Okay. That is a 17.
17. Okay, yeah, you managed to pull yourself up with ease. It took about, I'm going to say, it took half your movement to heave yourself over.
Okay.
But because you would have been prone if you would have been landed, so you still have 15 feet of movement, and you're standing upright.
Okay.
And you're towards the back of the boat now, which is, like, pretty smashed. That's kind of where you got knocked to.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward 15 feet,
Okay.
and then I'm going to fuck it. How far away is the other tentacle?
The one that just hit you is
Yeah.
within 10 feet of you. The other one is
Okay.
still wrapped around the front of the boat and is starting to kind of try to tug the boat forward.
Okay. Okay, so it's all right. I'm gonna throw a firebolt at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
That is a 21.
21 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that is 9 fire damage.
All right, right on. So yeah, the firebolt hits, and you can see the tentacle almost ignite as the flame kind of surrounds it before being put out. It definitely hurt. It definitely hurt it.
Okay.
Was there anything else you could do?
No.
All right, Kalashaw.
I will. Is there still a tentacle near me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a different tentacle. It's the one that just swiped over you, that you ducked out of the way of.
I will move to it and attack it.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit.
That's going to be dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Uh, 19.
19 damage. Oh shit! All right.
Nope.
That hurt it severely as you just pierce it with the rapier almost down to the hilt. You can feel your the sword hit cartilage. As you yank it back out, you see purple blackish blood squirting out of it. It's still
gross.
the tentacle's still upright, but it's hanging by a thread at this point. Anything else you can do?
No, I'll maintain where I'm at.
All right, Sylvia.
Yep. And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the closest tentacle to me.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. 16?
16 unfortunately misses. As the Eldritch Blast hits the tentacle doesn't even move. It seems to just hold in place as if it tightened up to take the hit.
Okay, as my bonus action, I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay.
That off, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to duck back, because the ship has sides, right? So when the tentacle swept over, it was
somewhat.
Because it was over
It had sides. From where it keeps getting smashed, the sides are slowly disappearing.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, let me just heal myself. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, then I guess I just stay put with Reyna then.
Okay. Before Alexio takes his turn, the Kraken is going to use one of its legendary actions to tighten its grip on the front of the ship.
Tight.
And that is going to be 15 more points of damage. Oh, sorry. No, 21 more points of damage. And you can hear the front of the ship cracking under the pressure. And Kalashaw, you begin to hear water rushing into the front of the ship. And go ahead,
God.
Alexio.
Seriously?
Go ahead, Alexio.
Your faces, dude.
So being as armor takes a while to put on, can I just like fling it over myself and not like actually fasten it all up?
Yeah, for flavor, it won't give you any advantage to it, but
No, yeah, I know. I just want it with me when the ship goes down. Literally why I sent that man to go get it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. And then I'm going to move towards the Kraken's tentacle, the one that Kalashaw stabbed, and going to stab it if I can get close enough.
Yeah, you can get close enough.
Okay, cool. Wow. No, I don't hit. None of them were natural ones, though.
Okay. Yeah, you keep hacking at this hide, and it's just not doing anything for you. With that, it is the Kraken's turn. It is going to release its grip on the front of the ship, having done as much damage as it could, and it is going to smash through the captain's cabin.
No.
And that's a natural 20.
Oh.
Oh, rub it in.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh, and that is almost max damage.
oh God.
That's 38 points of damage to the ship as your cabin is just crushed. It is completely flattened. And let's see, Sylvia and Reyna, you were closest to it. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Yeah, Sylvia and Reyna.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
That's a 13.
13. Okay, Sylvia, you fail. That is 6 points of piercing damage. Reyna, you'll take 3. As shrapnel from the wood splintering and exploding everywhere pierces through your bodies. That is all the Kraken can do. Reyna.
That hurt me a lot more than it would hurt anyone else, but it's okay. I'm finally gonna shoot it, because fuck it, I'm gonna go down fighting. So, that is a 22.
22 hits. Are you shooting at the damaged tentacle or the good tentacle?
Damaged one.
Okay.
Is that the one that has people on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll give you sneak attack.
Whee!
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Oh my god! I just rolled max damage.
Nice.
19.
19. All right. Yeah. So as you pierce that tentacle, the arrow actually goes right into the hole that Kalashaw made, and it buries itself completely in the tentacle. You see the tentacle go limp, smash into the ship, and drag itself down. At this, the other tentacle is going to actually begin to withdraw as well, unless you guys want to try to stop it.
No, I don't know. I don't
Nope.
think any.
Don't make it mad!
I don't think any decision is a good decision right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go.
Okay. So using one of its, actually I'll just have it burn all its legendary actions. It is going to withdraw its tentacle, and you see the shape of it begin moving away from the ship. Having decided that the meal probably isn't worth losing all of its tentacles for.
Oh,
Got a splinter, didn't it?
it's got raided.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Perception check, dude.
Wow, thank you, Perception Check D&D.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
I almost died.
Yeah, right at the end of a
Yeah.
of a Kraken battle.
Freaking wicked battle.
However,
Yeah,
you
we're
guys
a bunch
still.
of second level players fighting a Kraken.
That was, I will say, that was a heavily modified Kraken fight.
No.
Anyway, you guys find yourselves. The mist seems to be dissipating as the Kraken makes its way away from your ship. However, your ship is badly damaged. Especially the front end. There is a gaping hole in the front where the tentacle wrapped around and crushed it. What do you guys want to try to do to fix this thing as the ship is taking on water?
Get the bucket. Start paling out the water. Albie, grab some. Oh fuck!
As you say that, you look at the red smear on the back of the ship
Oh,
where Albie just was.
Desmond, grab some planks from below deck. We gotta try and fix it.
We're no
If you're-
mending.
You call for Desmond and you don't hear anything.
Oh no.
Desmond! Oh God!
Silence.
Scar! Everybody get planks or buckets!
You call for Scar, and as you call for Scar, you hear her says, Kalashaw, I'm right here, but Ismail is not doing well.
Not Ishmael.
It's probably his time, to be honest.
Meanwhile, the rest of the crew,
Dick.
the rest of the crew is grabbing buckets, and they are essentially making a line, and just like a constant bucket line to try to stem the tide of the water. It's helping, but the ship is still taking on water. You need to find a way to try to patch this hole somehow. On the bright side, you do have a lot of extra timber from where the cabin of your quarters used to be.
Okay. Sylvia's gonna
Fuck
run
you,
over
Brian.
where his So Sylvia's gonna run over to where his quarters was and like pick up basically what's left of his desk and be like, I have something.
Roll athletics.
Oh crap! I didn't think about that. That's a 7.
A 7. You find the desk and you try to lift it, but it's like under a bunch of other chunks of wood, and you're just like,
We could use this. We could use this.
Yes, let's use that!
okay, it's like Scar comes over and she just like, yeah, she easily lifts the plywood or the planks over the desk and drags it out and starts dragging it towards the front of the ship.
I
That's
had
hot.
shifted everything out of place.
Yeah,
already.
Alexio's intrigued.
It's like a jar. I had already loosened it.
I'm just gonna start grabbing wood, I guess.
Okay, what are you guys gonna use as like a bonding agent to try to patch this hole?
Ooh, can I make a bonding agent with
Ishmael.
my alchemy kit?
You can certainly.
What?
Wait, who said Ismail?
Fucking sigh.
Yeah.
You see Alexia just walk over to Ismail, like grab him by the leg, and start dragging him towards the front of the ship.
He's one with the ship now.
Sylvia, if you want to try to create a type of like bonding agent, like a waterproof bonding agent, I will say go ahead and roll an intelligence with proficiency.
Okay. So just proficiency, basically. Okay. Awesome.
Well, this is a thing you've never created before, so you're kind of like trying to figure out how best to actually create something like this.
No, I know. I just have an 11 in intelligence. Nat 20!
Nat 20. Wow. Okay, this is why we roll people. So you start messing around with some of the liquids that you have, and you create what seems to be a waterproof bonding agent. You're not sure exactly how you did it, but you feel like you could replicate it in a large enough quantity based on stuff that's in the storeroom of the ship, like the mess hall area.
Can I? Oh, go continue.
No. What were you say?
Can I roll a survival to see how good of a captain I am, and if I have spare nails on board?
And if you have spare what? Nails?
Spare nails, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's a 19 for a total of 23.
Yeah, you definitely have plenty of like spare like repair kind of stuff on board because the nature of what you guys do on the sea, you would need to patch up the ship from time to time. This is a bigger hole than what you're used to, but yeah, you definitely have spare nails. So as you go to retrieve nails to start like kind of hammering some of the wood into place, you're about waist deep in water at this point as you're beginning to do that. Sylvia, you begin kind of brewing up some of this mixture. It's going to take a little bit of time to get enough quantity to be able to start applying it.
Can I help her? Because I'm not very strong.
Yes.
So I'd rather help her with the delicate stuff than try and move things.
Yeah, I will say that will cut the time in half that it'll take to create the batch. Garen, Alexia, are you still just dragging the body of Ishmael?
Until someone tells me no.
I'm not.
We have nails below deck. They'll be fine. It's better than a body.
Okay, I just figured that's what he would want.
You're not wrong. He has always been one with the ship.
Yeah, and I would be with Kalasha helping him.
Okay, so yeah, you're helping Kalasha like gather up the nails and supplies and hammering the nails into the side of the ship. I need Alexio, Kalasha, Garen, roll me survival checks.
Survival! Oh yeah!
I got a 21.
21?
I got a 12.
12?
I got a 21.
Okay. You guys managed to place enough wood and kind of like bend some of the broken pieces into place to create enough of a patchwork that you feel confident with Sylvia's bonding agent. You might be able to at least make it seaworthy enough to limp back to port in Emon. Sylvia, Reyna, go ahead and roll me survival checks, please.
16.
16?
Survival 19.
19? Okay. At this point, the water is about up to your guys' chest in the section of the ship you guys are working on. Sylvia, Reyna, it's more up to like your guys' necks. But you start applying the bonding agent up at the top first. And the crew is doing their best to kind of empty out as much water as they can. And as the water level drops a little bit, you apply more bonding agent. The ship is still taking on a slight bit of water, but you feel like it's taking it on slowly enough that you just might be able to limp back to Emon if you use the oars to row back, because the mast is completely destroyed. Sorry, Sylvia, muted. Couldn't hear you.
Am I muted?
Okay, there you are.
No.
Oh, I don't know how these work.
Yeah, you'd said something, but I couldn't hear what it was.
Well, that was close. I really thought we were gonna die that time.
You weren't the only one.
We're not out of the sea yet. That thing is still out there.
That is true.
Wait, now we can't hear Smurf. Oh, there he is.
Don't bring that up now. My ship is destroyed. My life is destroyed.
The best
Yes.
thing for you is to get to port.
It floats.
I guess it does float.
Barely.
It's important. Super important. So,
Kalasha, you take a head count of your crew. About a third of them died in the Kraken attack.
wow.
including Albie, and Desmond is just missing.
And Ishmael.
Oh yeah, Ismail also died.
R.I.P.
I will hold a quick ceremony on their behalf for crew members Ismail Everwind, Albie Ironfist, and Desmond Scars.
Okay. And Scar. I'm sorry. I see you editing that as I look at it. And Scar just kind of stands next to you, her hat in her hand over her heart, head bowed down. Captain, you should say a few words.
Ismail and I had our differences. He thought he was better than me, and to be honest, he was. He was much wiser than me, which I always disliked, but he always served me well with a purpose. And in the end, he gave his life to save this vessel. Albie Ironfist was one of the only dwarfs I've ever seen become a sailor. I guess their short legs make it difficult on the sea. But his strength was valuable. He was a good friend. And then there was Desmond. I've known him the majority of my life. We worked on ship, under Captain Siren, after ship, after ship. He was the first one I hired when I got my own ship. And then he was my first mate. My only mate. I will name my next ship after him. Because there will be a next ship. It's important in these times that we remember that we have to live for one another. And for what we like out of life. For me, the sea. For you, I don't know. Magic bullshit or whatever it is you're doing. But we must continue to live with passion, because without passion, we're all lost at sea.
Damn.
To our fallen comrades.
You're so beautiful, comrades.
And
yeah, Galran just has resting bitch face the whole time.
I will go up and I will hug everybody that's around, including RBF Galran.
Garen, Kalashah just comes and goes to wrap his arms around you. How do you respond to this?
I literally just I'm like, my expression doesn't change. I just kind of put one arm up and go pat, pat.
Okay. As this funeral of sorts comes to a close, everybody kind of reflecting on their lives, the friendships that they hold dear, and the things that they want out of life. We're actually going to go ahead and end right here as the ship limps back towards Emon.
Dun dun dun.
So,
You
that-
broke my ship.
I did. I did break your
He
ship.
giveth and he taketh away.
I did say I had something epic planned.
That was epic, all right.
Do we level up?
I will answer that off stream.
Oh.
The whole time that was happening, I just kept on hearing the Pirates of the Caribbean music in my head. Especially with the "Get Me My Shirt" part.
Okay, so real quick, I just want to go through some thank yous before we do our outros. I want to thank Mountain Girl 80 for following. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Want to thank my podcasting partner in crime, Griffolian, for hosting with 8 viewers.
Woo!
One day I want to get him on the show so bad, but he lives in the UK, so it's really difficult.
That's really
All
hard,
right.
yeah.
Dabber311 followed. Thank you very much. PV Fiera gave us 500 bits. Thank you so much for the bits. You are so awesome. Every week you are just
Nice.
awesome every time. Soul Stereus gave us a follow. Thank you so much for the follow. Handsome Chap used 4 bits. Thank you so much. And that was with a cheer to kill the Kraken. Kraken is not dead, but the Kraken was humbled a little bit by these wounded warriors.
Sit down.
Thank you, Perception Check D&D, for the raid party of 49. Holy crap, that was insane.
That was freaking awesome.
That was nuts. Thank you. Thank you for sending a bunch of people to come check out our little show here. NE_Dave hosted us with a viewer. Thank you so much for the host there. I am named Dodge gave us 11 bits and said Pride 11. Yeah, thank you. It is Pride Month, so thank you for shouting that out. We definitely appreciate it. Demon Tooth gave us 3 bits. Thank you so much for the cheer. We really appreciate it. Also got a follow from NE_Dave. Follow from Digitus. Follow from Rumsergal23, Rusty Roboticon, and James Holder 68. Thank you all so much for the follows. It means the world when we're doing the show, and there's so much activity going on. Thanks to everybody that's been in chat all night, talking about the show and interacting with each other, and with us where we are able to. It's greatly appreciated. With that, real quick, want to do our outro. Sai, why don't you tell us where on the internet you are and what you're working on?
Hi, I work on this and not a whole lot of anything else. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @SinoL1. I mostly tweet about food, and it's awesome. If you like that sort of thing.
Right on. Robert, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody what wonderful team you're part of and where we can find you on the internet and the awesome stuff that you work on. And it is awesome.
Yeah, so I'm part of a roleplay group called Dumpstat Charisma. We stream our games on Twitch every Monday and Tuesday nights. Our next stream is on Monday. We are playing a Star Wars game called Hunt for the Ripper. It's kind of like a noir-esque murder mystery. We're in a bad situation, as we normally are, so you come watch us die. We also play a 5e game in the Fallout universe called King's Ransom. And then I also DM a 5e game called The Awakening. It's pretty crazy stuff. Go follow us on Twitch. You can also follow us on Twitter @DumpstatCha. So the shortened version of Charisma. So yeah.
Right on. Maddie, why don't you let us know a little bit about you there?
Okay, hey everyone, I'm Maddie. You can find me here on Wednesdays and Fridays. On Friday nights, we play D&D 5e called Threads of Fate with the other half of Soul Bear RPG running the game, Quinn, aka Soulbon. And I do vampire one-shots once a month. We just had our second one last night, and you can find those. The first episode is on YouTube, and it's under the Thread Raiders YouTube, and our shows are being streamed on Twitch at twitch.tv/threadraiders, and you can catch the VOD from last night, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, and then of course, so many games on Twitter. If you like nerd constantly posting positive shit. Because that's what I do. I just tell my friends all the time that I love them and stuff like that. So
that's because Maddie's the best.
True.
And definitely make sure to check out Maddie's vampire games. Maddie is an awesome vampire DM, or GM, or whatever the vampire storyteller, right? Is that what they?
Storyteller.
Yeah, storyteller.
Yeah, storyteller.
Yeah, Maddie is an amazing vampire storyteller. Make sure to check those out for sure. Especially when the second episode gets loaded up there onto YouTube. I'm sure it won't be in too long.
Oh no, I think kids can have that done, pretty soon. So.
Yeah. Right on. Riley.
Hi. You can find me on Twitter @RileyAvery. So I am a hairdresser by day, and then I game at night. So this is kind of like my fun little side hobby thing that I love doing. You can find my work Instagram at just hair by Riley Avery. But yeah, that's what I do.
Right on. Dana.
You can find me on Twitter. I live. be. You can find me here on Wednesday nights, and you can also find me here on Saturday nights for the upcoming game that they haven't announced yet, but is totally happening this weekend. So that's exciting, and I can't wait for that.
Right on. And I guess that leaves me. I'm, again, Brian Penaloza. You can find me on Twitter at CPTSugarBear. I am one of the 3 hosts of the Nerdy Point of View podcast. That's at NerdyPOV on Twitter. And one of the co-founders of this wonderful channel that you're watching right now, Soul Bear Production, along with my good bestest buddy, Quinn Sullivan, at Sullivan on Twitter. I would list all the stuff I do, but I can't even keep track of it all, so just follow me on Twitter, and that's how you'll know what I'm going to do next, because even I don't know. I might be getting roped into doing a guest appearance on another thing, and I'm working that out right now. So,
Yay!
Captain Sugar Bear, what will he do next?
literally, he doesn't even know.
Everything.
The world.
One more quick shout out to our other cast member who could not make it tonight. I do want to, again, if you liked what we did today, you'll like what we do even more when Carrie can be a part of the show. Her halfling monk Sanguine is a laugh riot. So definitely make sure to keep tuning in. She will be back when she's feeling better. And in the meantime, go to Twitter. Send her love at Shrieky on Twitter. And I will post that one more time in chat for you.
And she's also on Threads of Fate on Friday nights on the same channel. And so, yeah, we'll be really excited to have her there. Oh, just real quick. If you do catch the first episode of the vampire thing, Brian here, Carrie, Quinn, they were all on the show. And last night's show, Dana was in it. And so it's been really fun getting to play a game I haven't played in 20 years with my friends.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. I definitely can't wait to do it again. But with that, thank you again so much, everybody, for tuning in. And, if you missed any part of it and you want to catch it, check YouTube. I usually try to have these up by the end of the weekend. It can be a little bit difficult because long shows like this take a long time to render and all that fun stuff. But I do try to do it as timely as I can. And other than that, hopefully we will see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Soul Bear RPG. Thank you so much, and have a great night.
Have a good night, folks.
Thank you, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Farewell.
Bye.